Oh, Toledo.
Oh, Toledo, they're letting down our boy Evan. But you know who's not going to be let down tonight? That's you, our listener, our viewer. Because we got a special guest tonight. But before we get to him, we got to bring on the regular crew. Stephen Hatch, how you doing, buddy? What's going on?
Dude, back for another episode, man. New Year's coming back in, dude. Grateful to be here.
Let's go.
Mustache looking better than ever.
What can I say, man? I got minimal waxing it up, and being honest, this is like at the end of a work day, dude. This is like thrash dash.
That's
Gotta
pretty
love
fucking
it.
solid, actually.
That other voice that you hear coming in, Mr. Evan Fernandez. What's going on, 10 Racks? How you doing today, bro?
Oh, what is good? Yeah.
Rocking the Maple Leafs Chiefs. Maple Leaf Chiefs. That's such a hard name to
Shout
say
out.
if you say it quick.
Maple Leaf Chiefs. This is from World Cup 2022.
Yeah.
Pretty fire. He's selling them. Matt Engels. Shout out.
Matt Ingles. Go collect your scalps. And then our third and final host, who is, or I guess the fourth host if you count me. I don't know what I am. But yeah, Brando, sitting over there in the corner waiting for his introduction. How you doing, Brandon? What's going on, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Week 2 for me, and I'm ready to go.
Tell you, well, you got on at a good time, because, you know, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, we have a special guest, and, he's kind of like Paintball's, you know, father figure on the sidelines, I feel like, you know, he's older than most of us, but at the same time, he understands all of our pop culture and probably could beat us in most of our favorite video games. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Brian Wolfe, also known as Verbhal, on the show tonight.
Hello. How's it going, guys?
What up?
Man.
Dude, I am a huge fan, bro. Let me tell you, when it comes to showing people like paintball clips, like whenever I'm like out and about, dude, I'm like Verbal is always like the top of my list for because like just to show them the clips. I'm like, dude, you want to see someone getting fucking blasted? And I just show them a clip from Verbal.
It's fast.
Appreciate that.
I'm such a big fan, bro.
You know when you've made it when other people never met you, don't know who you are, but I know of you.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. That's big time, right? That's the
big time.
definition right there. Hell
Big
yeah,
time.
I'll take it.
But yeah,
Bring it on
is this so this is the stream setup. I haven't seen this yet. I mean, going into that, I found your Twitch randomly the other day. I was watching a Matt the Gym Rat Twitch stream, and funnily enough, you jumped in there too. Do you want to talk about that a little bit? So you used to stream on Twitch yourself.
I did for quite some time, and it never really popped off. Like I'd play shooters, we'd play COD, we'd play all that stuff. A lot of PUBG when that was in beta and just coming out.
You had some awesome PUBG clips on there.
my
There's
gosh,
some great
man.
moments.
So I have a bunch on my YouTube that I'm gonna have to unprivate. I just privated them for now, you know, as I'm trying to get the YouTube going. But some of those are pretty classic. There's some really, really funny moments. So, but yeah. So in 2016, when Pokemon Go came out, I figured out a way to stream that, and it was, you know, that was everything. That summer, Pokemon Go was like.
It was
Wait, you were able to
huge.
stream Pokemon Go?
Dude, that united the nation, bro.
What
Pokemon
the
Go,
fuck?
seriously.
It really
It
did.
did. It
God
did.
damn.
No one was upset.
Yeah. So
miss
there's a spot out here called Waters Creek, and you could go and you could sit there. I could sit in my car, and it was 4 Pokestops, and you could hit them all at once. I'd lure them all up, and I'd sit in the car because it was 105 out there, so I'm blasting the AC. But you could also get out and walk around, and then there's like a dozen stops you could hit. And it was all the good stuff. It was Dratini's back in the day, so you're getting them Dragonites. And so I was just killing it. And, we're getting a couple hundred viewers on Twitch and got partnered with Twitch. And yeah, the Pokemon, the glory days.
Never look back.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but it talk about crazy though, because I went on my phone and I had to Skype myself with the phone, and I'd control my computer with TeamViewer.
Oh,
So
shit.
it was just a huge pain. And then after 4 hours, Skype drops the video. So if I was on for 4 hours, usually I'd cut them about 4 hours and be like, all right, Skype's going to die. We're done. So I would have to TeamViewer back in, call myself on my computer again and start the stream, stop the stream, all from my phone, controlling my computer.
Yeah.
And it was pretty wild, but it was super fun.
That's crazy.
Dope,
So
dude.
like you didn't even have like some sort of connection with you. You just sent it back to your like main streaming rig and then just controlled it
Right.
all off your phone. That seems
Right.
really
Badass.
inefficient.
Yeah, right. It was crazy because I had a selfie stick and I'd play on a tablet and I'd play down here, and then I had a phone up top and it was Skyping, and I'd have Twitch chat up top. So it was this crazy contraption to have a backpack when I was walking around with all these cables going back to it.
My
and I had
God.
yeah, and I had to find a
how hot
way.
would that get?
Dude, you know
It was hot. It was
sticky that
hot.
would be?
It was
We had
hot?
batteries in there. Yeah, especially in Texas in the summer. It was quite warm. But so I went on eBay to find a grandfathered in Verizon hotspot because I was going the data was insane. We were doing like 13 gigs of data a day.
Jeez, and
So-
especially in
God
2016, that was
damn.
still
Right,
like,
right,
yeah,
That's
right.
so much.
Yeah, so I was always worried. Like every time I was like, man, do you think they're gonna shut this hotspot off? Because we're going through this quite quickly. So, but it kept rocking. It was wild.
damn, they stuck to their word. It was unlimited data.
You're right, right. Yeah, because they throttle you now. You hit 20 gigs, and I hit that all the time these days. And it's like, oh no, well we're gonna slow it down. So
Now,
Yeah,
if you didn't know what Pokemon Go was and you saw some guy walking around in Texas with a big ass backpack, cords hanging out, you'd be so scared.
yeah.
Nah, dude.
No, there's a
I've seen
reason why
some-
Pokemon Go streamers had the cops call on them a couple times.
Dude,
That's facts.
right.
I've seen some people where they have like no joke, like 10 phones, like
Oh,
all
yeah.
like where they're
That's
going.
so
They're doing, they have
trippy.
like
They have-
an armful, and they're just
Yup, it's in like an armful, dude, where they pull out their cloak and it's just like hanging their phones and just like spinning all the Pokestops like all in a row.
They look like
Oh,
they're trying to
Jesus.
sell you stuff, but it's just
No.
Pokemon Go.
Dude, the one guy is just mobbing everybody at the gyms, bro. He is just killing everybody. He's this one guy.
He's like the
Just-
the WoW player from that South Park episode, just the one dude. just
Yeah.
like-
Yep.
Fucking Green Goblin 74, dude, was just dominating the Green Goblin
Green
75, 76, 77. Dude, he would just. I remember seeing this like with my own eyes, bro. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. And I was, I was like, how do I even compete?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, that's
he owns the turf.
That's crazy. So Pokemon Go, is that kind of what got you into like, I guess the like Twitch live stream culture, or
No.
I'm because I'm guessing you were already into it if that was the
Right.
first thing that you picked up.
Yeah. Right. So like I don't know, it was probably Halo 3 days. So I was in
Oh, Halo
college
3,
when-
great game.
Right.
Great game.
Damn.
Right. It's like, man, that one holds a special place.
game,
was
yeah.
It really does.
That was a generational like defining game. Like yeah.
See, man, I like
Right.
Verbal already, man. I
Right.
never got this.
So we'd have some like some MLGs out here. We had one in Dallas, and then I went to Orlando, which is funny because that was actually the first time I went to the Gaylord in Orlando. I think it was 2011 for MLG. And
Where were they holding World Cup at that time? That was still at
Fantasy
Fantasy Flight, right?
yeah.
Right.
I was in eighth
Right.
grade, so that's cool. I was watching all these people on YouTube, like that'd be cool to go to one
Right.
day.
Yeah, and it was super cool. I met Optic won that event, and I met a bunch of those guys, and so I've known them for quite some time, and I don't know, just been into the esports thing for since pretty much the beginning. StarCraft 2 back in the day, that was some great stuff.
StarCraft was the shit. StarCraft, Warcraft, those two games, man. those are
Yep.
amazing.
Yeah,
Damn.
I played a lot of Warcraft back in the day.
Some OG shit
Um,
there, Evan.
Hey, man, I used to game a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, I
love
used
it.
to game too. We don't have time for gaming hardly now, but it's deep in
Hey,
the
man.
roots, and I love it. So,
What would you say your favorite game of all time is?
oh man,
That's a loaded
really hard.
question.
How's
Man,
that a
that's
loaded
really
question, bro?
tough. Oh no, I know what it is. It's Ultima Online. The Ultima
Okay.
Online was the first MMO. It came out in 1997, so I was a freshman in high school that year. And
Jeez.
oh my
I
gosh,
was a fetus.
I was
I was not existing.
I was 4.
right? Oh, there we go.
Am I the
there we
youngest
go.
here right now? Goddamn.
Wait, are you?
I think I
I thought it
am.
would be. I thought it was how old are you, Ryan?
Dude, I was born in 1997, bro.
I was born in
I was the
'98.
youngest,
Yeah,
dude.
so I'm the youngest. All right. Well, good. That's good
was
to
the
know.
youngest.
Damn,
Amoeba.
I'm no longer the oldest.
Yeah. So that Ultima Online was full loot PvP. It was just a great game. The PvP was balanced. Like it was way ahead of its time. It was awesome, and definitely my favorite game of all time.
Sick. Did you ever get into WoW? Were you a big WoW nerd? Or...
Oh yeah. So when WoW came out, I played it from the start. Hit High Warlord back in the day. All the rating. Had Hand of Rag, second on the server, I think, when that first came out. So yeah, we were going hard.
Damn. Okay.
That's so badass.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I love laying this groundwork of just like your background in kind of gaming and everything, because when we talked about digital media later, I want people to understand that like you've been here for a while. This is definitely something that you've been interested in for a minute.
Right, right. Well, and that's the whole thing. I've told this story, but that's how I learned how to use a camera, is because I wanted.
Really?
It was like 2015, I think, and I got like a Canon 70D, and I wanted better stream quality, so I got a DSLR, and I was using that for my stream camera, and I wanted to take a picture of my dog, and it turned out pretty good, and it kind of went from there.
And then started taking about 100K photos NXL event, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's killing it. Look at
and
him.
now has decided, all right, come back to video. So
Yeah, and now to video, but I don't know. I'm
chose
surprised.
the
I
right
was like,
side now. It's okay.
I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, and then I'm like, I love this.
Yeah.
What's one of your like craziest like MLG adventures? Like, because I assume you've been to a bunch of them.
Man, so it was here
And
in
also,
Dallas.
for the young kids who don't know what MLG stands for, it's Major League Gaming. It was one of
Right.
the original like high level esports like kind of tournament series in the nation.
Right.
Around like the early 2010 years.
Yep. So it was here in Dallas, and it was St. Patrick's Day, and
Oh, that must have been fun.
yeah. So we had League of Legends at that one,
Ooh.
and Gambit Gaming from Russia was over here, and man, those guys party hard. Like we were at the after party thing, and they had their beers, but the American beer wasn't strong enough, so they're dumping shots of vodka into their beers.
Damn.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was wild, but those guys, I mean, it was a good time. Yeah, and we're all celebrating St. Patrick's Day, so it was quite the time.
That's a blending of
sounds
cultures. You
awesome.
have like esports nerds plus hardcore Russians and then Irish people also all getting drunk at
What a
once.
weird
That's
mix.
Beautiful. It's just beautiful.
strange
That's
mix.
America, Evan.
Right.
Isn't that? That's
That is
America.
America.
That's
That
true.
is
That's true.
America.
Melting pot.
baby.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's so
there you
rad.
go.
There you go.
Hell yeah. No, I mean that's awesome. So okay, so you were doing, the streaming stuff. How did that then transfer into paintball? I've heard stories on former podcasts that you were kind of interested in the sport like way in the past when it was first getting
Right.
into it. I guess maybe just in your words.
Right. So I was super OG. I started playing in '95 when I was 12. I was in Virginia. We're playing Pump in the Woods in Virginia. My
Shout out pump
neighbor.
players.
Yeah,
Shout out
baby.
dirtbags.
Yeah.
Shout out dirtbags.
my neighbor, he was a couple years older, and he had picked up a gun, and he would go out and play, and I was like, all right, let's try it. So my dad and I started playing, and it was like December of '95, and we went out there, and we really liked it. And we'd run around in the woods. We'd go out quite a bit. Played some pump tournaments back then too. And then
They had pump tournaments back in '95.
yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, just like little ones, just like at the local field, But it was mad fun. And so I played then, and eventually semis were becoming more popular and popular. So I picked up a mini mag and kept playing for a couple years. And then I moved to New Mexico for high school in like '97. So I quit playing then, and then went to a couple different colleges, but ended up going to one in Florida and started playing out there again. I don't know what year that was, but early 2000s, and on and off throughout the years. And then took a big break and started playing again in, I think it was 2018. My wife has a brother who's her half brother. He's 20 years younger than her, and he had a birthday party, and we're just playing 50 cal. And man, just that little bit of 50 cal, it's like got back in the blood, and I was like, all right,
Man.
let's go. And
That's
then
funny.
Hell yeah.
the next week incidentally was NXL at the Motor Speedway here in Texas. So I went
The
out
Mud Bowl.
there. Yeah, and I went out there and picked up a gun and started playing again, and yeah.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Rest
So
history.
it was a birthday party again that brings everyone
That's
back.
what brought me back into it. Yeah.
That spawned everything. That is.
He was just
crazy
out
to
there
think
shooting
about.
little kids with 50 cals. And was like, you know what? I need to come back.
It's like I had this feeling. It's like nothing else.
There you go.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it is. Yeah, that's all you need.
How often do you play now?
That's true.
Oh,
Would
that's
you
a
say you
good
play
one.
He plays the Mech X Ball events.
I do play the Mech
Once.
X Ball events.
Those fun.
So
Shout out bullies.
those
Where
are-
my dogs at?
yeah, come play those. By the way, those are the most fun events. Like if you just want to, yell at people, because there's sideline coaching, and just play with all kinds of different people. Like you get crazy advice. We had Yarber tell me what to do. He said,
Yep.
just calm
Coach
down a
me
little
through
bit.
a one-on-one. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We know all
Right?
about it, bro. Ryan's already starting beef.
Yeah. Yeah, when Dylan was on, we were talking about Cooper and the whole thing. So apparently Evan called out Cooper on the show. So
Oh yeah,
Evan's calling out 8-year-olds now. I don't know.
it's going
why.
down.
Man,
When I make it out to Texas for a Mech X Ball, it's going down.
You have to shoot that kid, or he's just gonna shoot the whole team. That's just how it works. So, but yeah, and I like to play scenarios a lot. Like I just like running around in the woods and shooting as many paintballs as I can, and just having fun. I play like 2 or 3 of those a year. There's a couple out here in Texas that are great, and I'll go up to Oklahoma at the start of October for one.
How is the Oklahoma? That's the D-Day event, yeah.
No, that was a different one. So this one used to be Tombstone, and now it was Hairband Heroes this year, and last year was something else. But I mean, it's up at Avid in Oklahoma, and it's a great event. Whatever. I'm not too big into what the actual event is. It doesn't really matter. I just want to walk around in the woods and shoot a lot of paint.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shooting paint.
The scenarios aren't like my scene, but the D-Day one, the D-Day events, just watching all the videos, that looks so
Yeah.
badass.
It's fucking
Yeah.
insane.
It's definitely on the
bro.
bucket
Paint
list.
in the air.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That would be a
Right.
cool event for, us to hit up
Verb.
one day. That would be pretty fun.
Right,
Do you
right,
get
right.
out if you get shot at the beginning right there? Do you get out?
No,
There's
no,
fucking
no,
way,
no.
right?
I don't think so.
When you're getting
I
out
think-
of those little things, I'd run straight up
Hell
the beach.
no, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm
That
gonna
one- that
I'm
one's
gonna
that
go
one.
save Private Ryan. All right, I am going.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Have you ever had the chance to check out Super Game up in Oregon?
No, I would love to.
Man, that's a good time.
That's definitely on the list. I want to check them all out. Maybe hit one a year or something and see what, maybe shoot a day and then play a day or something like that. Find a way to make it definitely worth the while. So
If
So
you
you
want
play
to play in the woods,
regularly.
man. Well, yeah, if you want to play in the woods, man, Super Game in Oregon, the woods out in Oregon is fucking insane.
Is that at Splat?
No, I think they've had it at Splat one year, but it's at Sniper's Den.
Okay.
It's like in Springfield, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah,
played the tournament a tournament up in Splat, and those were my
Is
favorite.
it the UWL?
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that too.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never played a
Yeah.
baseball tournament. I'm
Oh, man, you're
late,
missing
bro.
out, dude.
Oh man.
I
late.
need to get I need to play one.
This
one of
new
these days.
generation of paintball players that just don't understand.
I played
don't
I
get it.
played
I
in
don't
the
get it, dude.
woods a lot. I just never.
But it's coming back.
Tournament.
It's okay. It's coming back.
is
Like,
coming
it's more
back.
popular than ever.
we
ICPL. Here
Yeah,
we go.
look at
Yeah,
him.
he's got it on his chest.
I am so excited for that one. Like that's pretty much the first event of the year. So, yeah.
Are you going
I
to
cannot
the
wait.
one in Florida?
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then just kind of wrapping up, I mean, the MLG stuff before we get too far away from it. You shot an MLG event or something along those sorts. I remember you posting pictures of like the Optic guys and stuff. What could you give some background on that?
Right. So we had the Optic Major. I think it was in April or something. But we have a place out here called the Esports Arena, and it's out there next to the Cowboys Stadium, and it's a pretty cool venue. And so they had one of the Call of Duty events there. So I hit up my boy Hex from Optic, and I said, "Could I get like a media pass?" And he's like, "Bet." So I got in there and I got to shoot it, and it was an awesome time. So
It's the homie right
That's
there.
badass.
Dude, that's so
Right.
badass. Because
You guys ever wish you could just be like, oh, I just hit up my boy Hex,
Right,
Yeah,
casually.
dude,
guy you've been watching on
absolutely
YouTube
insane.
since
Just
you were an
one
11-year-old
response, he says
kid.
pet.
Yeah, all right.
God damn, dude. I used to
Yeah.
watch like Hex, Scump, and Nate Shot back in the day at like
Yeah.
Optic House.
Those
God
early ass
damn,
lobbies.
That's taking me
Right?
for like a loop, man. That is so badass.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hatch is
So
like
good.
just childhood nostalgia is hitting
Dude,
him
'cause
hard
it's like,
right now.
I remember like watching like all like those vlogs and everything like them back in the day, dude.
Oh,
That
like
was
looking
like-
up to him.
Yeah, and I remember like racing home on my scooter, bro. going crazy, bro. Dude, like watch like their
He
videos.
was doing the Naruto run all the way
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, dude. I'd be going, dude, for extra speed. I'd be leaning in, dude, making the wind resistance.
Yeah,
Dude,
no, that's
aerodynamic,
pro
Damn,
move,
dude,
pro
that
move
is so badass.
for sure. So awesome.
all
So
those
yeah, so
guys.
you kind of shot that event for them, and was that just like a one-off thing, or have you done any other work with MLG teams or CDL teams?
No, I haven't with them, but Tim the Tapman had a tailgate out here, and I hit up Joe Woe. So I met Joe Woe. He's a Warzone streamer, and I met Joe Woe at that event. I did the old the move where you snipe a nice photo of them, and then you put it in your story and tag them, and then they jump in the DMs, and then so we went to Tim the Tapman's tailgate, which was out here in Texas, and it was pretty awesome. So I got to shoot for him and meet all kinds of people, and I don't know, esports
Bunch of big
is
streamers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I met Ninja. I flexed on him in Pokemon Go.
Oh,
you
shit.
know, and
Real
God
question.
damn, dude.
Real question. How tall is Doc?
yeah, Doc is all the way. He's a full 6'8". Like
He is
man.
like a full
Right.
big boy, 6'8".
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that
And
is
then-
no joke.
Set follow-up question. How tall is Tim?
Yep, he is not 6 foot or whatever he says he is. You know.
Okay. I knew it was a lie, but like it's like how far off is it? Is it like
I mean, maybe
5'8",
Like
or is it like 5'10"?
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
Look, Ryan, I know you're tall, but don't hate on 5'8". Guys, come on.
Evan, I'm
Sometimes
sorry,
I say
bro.
I'm 5'10".
Yo, if you're 5'9" and below, I don't want to hear shit. All right, bro.
Dude, I'm like I'm
No
like
short
5'9" and
kings,
like
all right.
3/4, bro. I'm like 5'9"
Short
and
kings.
3/4, dude.
That's all three of us.
We're good.
Yeah, then no, that's good. You're hating on
All
your
right.
crew, Ryan.
This is now my own show, I guess. Like, you guys gotta.
Dude, I'm barely past.
I'm gonna if Mafia Productions ever blows up, we'll have to get you guys all the like leg lengthening surgery. So you all go to
Damn,
like
dude.
6'11" or 5'11", so you're like right on the line then.
And we ditch podcasts. We just start a basketball team.
Yeah, perfect.
There you go.
God
That's
damn.
yeah, exactly.
Those inserts that add like an inch and a half to your height.
Yeah,
Or in
the
high
like
heels
dress
shoes
shoe
where-
ones where you can kind of
Yeah.
slide them in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No,
it's gonna be a
that's
pass for
perfect.
me though. I appreciate the offer though.
Oh, okay. I got you. But yeah, okay. So you jumped into paintball in like 2018. You kind of were getting back into it. And then I think I kind of know how the story goes. I don't know if everyone does, but it seems so like 2019, that really was like the first year you started creating paintball content really as a whole. Is that correct? I think.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
It was. I think it was May of 2019 when I look at the files. That's when I started. I think there's a tournament then. I just shot that one and did the photos. I was like, huh, these are bangers, and then just kept going from there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which
Did you
was.
see?
Go ahead.
Sorry, did you see anyone, any other media guys work beforehand when you started getting into photography or media, and it kind of like flipped that switch in you of like, oh, let me go try that, or maybe
Right.
reinvent it in your own way?
Right. So when I went, and it was in 2018 because I went to that Dallas event, and I was like, okay, this is dope. I'm pretty handy with a camera, and so I was just looking at all the different work at that point, right? Like I was consuming every like different media of paintball that I could at that point, and I was like, okay, I want to do this now. And I was like, well, let's see if we can make it anything. And then I didn't really start until 2019, and then just kept it going from there. So I definitely saw, looked at all the different stuff I could find and said, yeah, we can do this.
And I think one of the things that you did that was really different is you kind of created your niche with, the verbal video type stuff at first. Where did that come from? Because like, I mean, for those people who maybe haven't seen some of Verbal's older work past like this year, he used to do work that was completely made out of stills. So he would take a photo, like photo camera, take 24 shots, and then stitch those all together for a second of footage. And that's why he would be taking hundreds of thousands of photos an event.
That's pretty crazy.
But yeah, I mean, where did that idea come from?
Well, that was because I would bring my camera, and I still do, into Mavs games, and you weren't really supposed to do video, but people had phones, so I was kind of like, well, I mean, people are taking videos, but this was high quality stuff, so I was like, all right, well, technically, it's not
It's photos. So
a
Is
video.
that not
I mean,
allowed?
I mean, you can bring cameras in with certain lengths of lens,
Oh, okay.
and
So do they have like security checking how big your lens is when you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
They bring
I
the
mean,
tape measure out.
for like
It's
for
a
like
ruler?
cowboys, like it's the size of a credit card, so that's not very
Oh,
big,
that's crazy.
right?
Oh, yeah.
So you're not, so they don't expect you to do much, but we just had really good seats. So if you're right up at the front, I mean, you can get absolutely great stuff. So I was like, all right, well, I mean, I'm technically playing by the rules, and then I didn't really figure out how to like make them good until COVID hit, and then I was at home. I was just like, all right, now I got some time. Let me make these things like look
And a whole lot
good.
of time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right on.
I mean, it was mainly Warzone, but I did figure out how to, I figured that out pretty quickly. So I was like, and then I just, ran out of content. And I was like, all right, we need to get out and shoot again. So
Like I was making it happen.
I remember
worked out.
seeing those clips. Because you're at like PB Fit like all the time, I assume, and you're pretty close with like all the PB Fit guys. Okay,
Right.
now I think about it. Okay, I don't know if you remember. This is like right off the top of my head. There's semi-pro finals. We are like thrashed in the stands, me and my team. Right, Evan, you're there, right? And Zach Shoemaker gets there, and he goes, dude, is that Verbal? And I'm like, yeah, that's Verbal. And then he goes, Verbal! He starts fucking just yelling at you, Verbal! Every fucking time the point would end, dude.
This was
And
the
I'm like,
past
Yep.
World Cup, right?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the most recent World Cup. God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zach
I don't remember
was-
that. I must
right.
Zach was
We were
hammered.
cheering. Yeah, Zach was so
I
fucked
was-
up.
I was right there with them.
That's what happens when you don't play paintball on Sunday. You get drunk.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
facts.
Evan was
I played
drinking to
paintball in the
forget
morning.
too. So
Whoa, dude! I played paintball in the morning.
Well, he was
Alright?
reminiscing after that time.
Evan was drinking to
Yeah.
forget. So yeah.
Yeah, I was drinking my sorrows away. Unfortunately.
Yeah, no longer a pro. We got to remind everyone
Dude,
about
you
that every
guys
show.
gotta keep
God
reminding me.
damn, dude.
What is? Come on,
Hey.
guys.
It's okay. Don't worry. All my
Yeah, we're
boys
all
were there
friends here.
too. So
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that was
Mr.
funny because I
Dylan
remember me and Verbal, we kind of had that talk last year when like it was Diesel or Dallas versus like DMG who was gonna get it or who was gonna lose out, and it ended up being Dallas. And I was like, oh, they get one more year, and then you're like, all right, well just wait, and then this year ended up happening, and
Man,
it was
come on, Verbal. We
felt
were
like-
Halo 3 boys.
I felt like I
Halo
could
3
connect
boys.
with Verb on that. I was like, oh yeah,
Right?
it does suck when you see your boys go like, oh, I don't get to film them anymore.
Fuck.
Damn
God
it.
damn it.
yeah. Well, I mean, you can still film it. It just makes it way harder.
Yeah,
What it
you
did.
just gotta go
For
take
me, I was like,
3
oh.
miles of hikes every time you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
literally. Forgot about
sometimes it was nice. Cup was super far, but like some of those other events, it was great when the premier field was super close, and then Cup, they're like, all right, well, walk all the way around, and
They made
have better
everything
village.
such a hassle at World Cup. Like trying to get paint to the pro field was fucking insane.
I think I put the paint trucks there for the divisionals for sure, because it's like right there, right? And who spends the most money
Yeah.
on paint? The divisionals.
Non-divisional teams, yeah.
Yeah, it
But
makes
so you
sense.
can't put it like right, healthy medium, like right in the middle. You know what I mean?
No,
It just makes sense.
no healthy
At
mediums.
least like a shortcut or
Alright.
something, you know?
no, they have pro paint getters, right?
Yeah.
If you're a pro, you
Yeah.
got pro paint getters.
We all see them in the pits. They're
I
Hatch
was
and
that pro
Brandon.
paint getter, bro.
and-
We were
yeah.
those players.
Not anymore, though. Not anymore.
Not anymore. I mean, I still am, dude. I still pay for Impact. What can I say, dude? I'm still in there, technically.
Wow,
Oh, boy.
wow.
I
How does
still
that make you feel,
slowly-
Evan? So Hatch is going to be in the pro pits this year, and you aren't.
What can I say, bro?
Actually,
Wait,
let's
is he
be
gonna be in the
real.
pro pits?
You're gonna probably be in the pro pits pitting for Impact. So,
No, because he's
So
not
you're
going
talking to
to
me
any
or Hatch?
events, bro.
oh yeah, that's true. I guess
Yeah.
because Evan is hanging up the jersey quite literally.
He'll
No,
be wishing he was there
no.
watching it on Ghost Sports.
No. Not yet. Not yet. Come on. Hey.
You're saying that,
still
but
early.
see, here's
It's
what's
not even
gonna
Christmas time yet.
Dude,
But here's what's
unbelievable
gonna
I see it.
happen. The first event, you're gonna watch all of us at the
See,
event on Ghost Sports, and
exactly.
then FOMO, because you've
Yup,
literally done this
FOMO, for
before.
sure.
Yeah, Hatch and Brando, they're gonna do hella good at the first event. I'm like, you know what? I want to come back, and then I'm gonna join the team, and then we're gonna suck.
We're gonna suck.
It only makes
Evan,
sense.
we need
The
to change your
promise.
mentality. You've taken this relegation
No, dude.
really hard.
No. It actually happened. Remember? Because played the Sacramento event, and then we did okay, and then played the Chicago event, and then we got 0 forward.
That is true. That was 2020, right? Or
That was 2020. Yeah,
20
that was 2020.
no, 2021. Sorry, because
Was
that
it
was Backyard
2020?
Brawl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2021. So that was that season.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So okay, so Evan. All right, we got to get Evan to like a sports psychologist or something.
Yeah, bro. Maybe
Get him
I
back
should just
on the
have some
horse.
Fucking confidence. Or
Yeah.
something, bro. God damn.
We're all right. We're all right. We're all right.
Perfect.
Ev, I believe in you.
So one of a kind of like recent news story that you've had some kind of hot takes on, Verbal, and I definitely want to get more into that. So how do you feel about sports betting and paintball?
It depends how they do it, but I don't see it going well.
I
There's
agree.
There's just a lot of factors. Well, my first take is that paintball is impossible to ref. I watch a lot of paintball, but I get to watch it with slow motion, and that helps a lot, right? So I see so many things that are missed, so many things that are missed that are absolutely massive and would change things quite a bit.
Dramatically, yeah.
Right. And so we have refs who are very underpaid, unfortunately. So there's a lot that can go wrong there. Our athletes aren't all paid either. Some of them pay their way. So there's, some stuff that could happen there. And then I heard them say that you can't bet on your own team. Well, no one ever bets on their own team.
Yeah,
they
dude,
have their
what the
friends
hell?
and their family bet on
Yeah.
their team if they're going to
Yes.
throw it.
No,
That's
Floyd
how it
Mayweather, when he
works.
puts money on himself, he doesn't do it himself. He tells his
Doesn't do
boy,
it himself.
"Here's 25K. Go to Caesars and go put that on me," or something like that.
Right.
Yep.
So you look at pro basketball with the Tim Donaghy, back in the day and all the stuff there. And then Netflix right now, everyone should go check this out. It's called Bad Sport.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first episode of Bad Sport on Netflix with Headache from Arizona State, and it's about point shaving in that. And
Those two documentaries that he just named should literally tell you the reason why we should not have sports betting and paintball.
Okay, can you kind of explain point shaving to me? I'm kind of on the blind side of that. What is
It's a
point
gambling
shaving?
term. Yeah, explain that, please.
right, so it's like they'll have like a point spread that they set, that Vegas will set. They'll say like, all right, they're gonna win by 12 points, right? Like in a big blowout.
Team A is this much better than Team B, so if they win,
Right.
it's probably going to be by this amount.
Right. And then so they would have they had the player for the bad sport, they would have him like make it closer so that it would go the other way so that they could bet the other side of it. So he would make
Gotcha.
it way closer but still win. Right? So they could still win, but they could have the point spread be way less, and then they could make a bunch of money off of it.
And
They have
remember
better
last
odds.
week, Catch, that's what I brought up spreads, and I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you can still, play with that. That's
Yeah,
exactly
I didn't know
what I
that.
was
I didn't know
saying.
that
It's like,
term. That was what
Mike-
the guy got arrested for in The Longest Yard, bro.
yep.
Right.
That's what Adam Sandler did
Yes.
in that
I
movie.
fucking
yes.
love Adam Sandler,
Yes.
bro. God damn.
Yes.
Whole crew shaving points.
Right.
All crew,
So,
yep.
I mean, and then even if there's like nefarious media people, right? Like
Yeah.
they could be impacting things, or there's just too much.
Refs.
And
I mean, you could have
I mean,
refs that
look
get
at
paid potentially. Like,
Yeah,
Look at
absolutely.
the
They can make more
paintball-
money.
Look at the paintball community just as a whole. There's a lot of degenerates that play paintball.
right, and that's
Damn,
my
Evan.
thing is like, what's the over under? Let's talk betting. What's the over under on how long it takes for the first betting scandal?
second
So,
event.
I'm-
Second event.
I'm going
What?
first event.
That's
I'm going
degenerate.
second. No,
Right.
because
I'm
I
going
guarantee
first.
you, Tommy will suppress anything that happens at that first event because he wants it to be a good thing. And then
So,
second
You know
event,
what?
it'll
That's a
come
good
out.
point. It'll happen, but we won't know about it.
My
Probably.
question would be, who's going to be setting these lines? Is it going to be like Tom going to be setting spreads by how many?
I see. I don't think
I mean-
there's any way he does it, but like that's
No
a good
way.
question. Like, who the heck will be setting them?
And who is backing these bets? Like, is
There
it
has to be a regulating
an
body.
offshore
that
bookie?
handles-
Is it? Yeah.
Right. Right. So, I mean, like prop bets would be fine, just like silly little bets during the game that like popped up like right as the games went live. But like, I don't know. I just see a lot of problems. And like you said, we're degenerates in paintball. And that's kind of, I don't know.
There's a
I just
lot that
don't
could
see
go
it
wrong.
going well.
Yeah.
I
There's
would
a lot
love
that could-
for it to go huge and like,
Well, and that's the thing that kind of hurts me because it's like I do love gambling. I like betting on sports. I think it makes the game more interesting. We just don't have the infrastructure for that yet. And I honestly, the way our sports run and how, how much of a human element there is in reffing, I don't know if I would ever want to put my money on our sport because it's like, oh, it can like so easily go the other way. And it's like, Jason is the dude who gets to be like, yeah, we're calling that
Final
back,
call.
or no, we're not. And it's like, that's it. So
Dude.
yeah, it can be sketchy.
We low key did that a couple. We were doing like me, Micah, Austin Hammer, and Logan were doing like dollar bets on like the semi-pro, like semi-final for like third and fourth, right? We're like, all right, who's
FBI,
gonna
come
win
get this man.
Yeah, get me, come get me, right? And we're like, all right, I bet $1 on this team, right? And dude, goddamn, dude, it was just so much fun, but goddamn, I'm so bad at it.
yeah. See, that's what we do. We'll bet $1 on number of bodies left for
Yes.
each team at the at the local tournaments, and it's you just throw $1 down, and
Like
it's
random
kind of
things
fun.
that don't
And
Now,
really
do you
matter
media guys?
outcome-wise.
Do you media guys place bets or like bet dollars when you're actually on the pro field?
no, Stretch wants to.
So
Stretch wants to, and I'm down.
So Verb, maybe you haven't. I have with Nate before. Me and Nate B. I think it's Nate B. He does a lot of stuff for Die. So if it's ever I was shooting a team that Die was against, we would do a $5 bet. So it'd be like we're both like still shooting for the teams. That's probably the only thing I've done with media guys. But yeah, no, Nate's cool. Shout out Nate. Appreciate you, dude.
Shout out Nate.
Heck yeah, he is awesome. But yeah, Stretch always wants to. He's like, all right, we'll just do the booked teams. If a team booked you, then we'll bet on them. So, yeah, need to get going at WCPPL or whatever, wherever we're at. So,
No, there's multiple events on my list this year that I got to get to, and like a WC, another Mech X Ball event, maybe one of the like East Coast ICPLs. Like there's a couple on that list. We're gonna try and get.
There's a lot going on in the paintball world.
There
So
really
many
is,
a lot of
for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of events.
It's good. You got to play
I
more
mean-
paintball. That's what we were talking
So-
about.
Verbal, are you planning on going to any WCPPLs this coming season?
yes, I'm trying to figure it out. I know there's a conflict with the first one because Bunkerfest is the same weekend, which
It's
is
the
a
one
bummer.
in New Orleans,
at-
right?
No, it's I wish. That was so much fun. I went last year for the New Orleans one, and it was just the best time. New Orleans is just man,
I wanna
that's
go
a
there
cool
so
Crazy
bad.
city.
place.
Reminds me of like the
Yeah.
Mardi Gras Open
Yeah.
back in 04. Like,
Right, right. And the food is awesome. Man, I love New Orleans. What a great city. But yeah, no. So that one's at Giant Party Sports, which is like 15 minutes from my house. But I love WCPPL, but that one's not at Ambush. So Ambush, if you don't know, I think is one of the most beautiful paintball parks because it's up on this hill.
Yeah.
There's no net on the D
The
side.
cliff.
Oh my god, the
Just the cliff.
cliff.
So nice.
It's just so beautiful. There's no paintball park that I've been to yet that can match that. And it makes for really cool shots. So
Yeah, Ambush is a dope field. We got to do something about their. We got to do something about their turf, though. Their turf is pretty unforgiving.
yeah.
Had
It's on
some
that hard
bruised hips.
ground.
Yeah, I've had some bruised hips.
Dude, that was my first airball speedball tournament at a WC at Ambush. To see that cliff, and the first day it was foggy, so I don't, in the morning we're walking the field and it was
So
fog,
badass.
and I just knew there was a cliff. I didn't know how far
Oh,
down
man.
it went until it cleared out. I was like, oh my god, we're playing on this. Oh,
Right.
Oh, yeah, that'll wake you up for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
You're
wonder how
like,
many
oh,
gelatinous ball shells are at the bottom.
right.
Wait, say that one more time.
I wonder how many gelatinous ball shells are at the bottom.
Oh, should I like the word drop?
Is gelatinous too big for you, Evan?
It's too big for me, dog.
Okay.
It's too big for me.
Cheers.
Had to think about it for a second.
All right, so this is Ryan from the future here. I made a bit of a mistake. I accidentally muted my mic here for the next couple minutes of the podcast. So you guys can't hear me, but the Discord can. I just bring up the conversation that Spick and Span Show had with Tom Cole on their most recent episode. We get some of Verbal's feedback on that. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully I don't do this in the future.
Right, right. So I know that he does want the best, but when it comes to media, I do feel he is a bit boomerish.
Boomerish.
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely a boomer when it comes to the media.
That is what.
Yeah, right.
No,
Right.
yeah, Verb gets it.
Well, when they were talking about airsoft, and he said, "But do they have a World Cup?" And I was like, "Does the NFL have a World Cup?"
Super Bowl.
It's not a World Cup though.
It's not a World Cup.
There's no world teams. You know, I mean, like,
utensil, bro. Bowl
right.
cup. Different
yeah,
utensil, bro.
yeah. But I mean, you know, like
It's the same principle.
But if you look at the views on airsoft, it's just crazy. Like I don't
Is
know.
it?
There's
I
that
mean-
one. Did you guys see that one of the paintball player plays airsoft or whatever, and they had like his little setup? Like that was great. That was awesome. But I mean, I don't know. You just have to understand the power that there is so much that can be done, and like just the views that I get, like I am mind blown by it. Like I cannot believe like that many people will watch my stuff, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? I know it's algorithms and which none of us actually understand. You know, I think I've figured it out, and then it proves that I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, I don't know. I think the understanding of media is not quite there. He does want the best for paintball. One thing I've been noticing recently is I don't know. I posted a clip of a cheat recently. Well, it wasn't a cheat, but he didn't get called out by the refs. And then so there's a lot of comments about cheating, and a lot. I guess it's not people that play paintball as much. It's like more, you know, that like maybe they played woods ball or something, and they're like blown away by the cheating in it. So not being like not, I think that hinders the growth is the fact that it is impossible to ref. Because these
But
people
I
they just
mean-
get so mad. So like, but like,
You gotta
so
think cheating happens in every professional sport, though.
right,
Or in any sport, yeah.
right. So and then,
Regardless, when you,
okay, so recently, all the other sports are proving that their officiating is not great. Like the other night, I was watching the Commanders versus the Giants, and there was a very blatant pass interference that wasn't called on the final play for the Commanders, and you know they have 7, who knows how many angles with slow motion replays. They have a replay official, and they didn't even look at it, and nothing was called. And then last night, I was watching the Mavs game, and Luka was ejected from a ref that he had prior beef with. Like the ref had ejected
heard
him
about that.
before, and the coach before, and then he ejected Luka and the coach last night. And like, it's crazy how that happens, even in these, you know, massive leagues. So,
Mhm.
I mean,
that's just human nature, though. You know,
right? That's
there's
the
no
ego.
getting rid of that.
That's the ego, which you know, kill the ego, which is impossible. But yeah,
Kill
Philosophy
the ego,
101
and
for
then
you.
I mean the honest question is like how many of those refs are in a similar like Tim Donahue or Donahue? How do you pronounce his last
Right.
name? Donahue, something like that. But the
Donahue,
NBA
yeah,
ref
sure.
that for years was getting paid off to fix games and did so masterfully and was never really caught until it kind of got too big of an operation. But it was, yeah. I mean, it's
Man.
and
It's
cost
insane.
the Kings versus the Lakers.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't tell
throw
me
it to
about
local.
that. Oh my god! When I tell you how heated I was when that game came up in the documentary, for
Oh,
people who
man.
don't know, in 2002, the LA Lakers and Kings came down to like a Game 7 final situation on who was going to go to the finals. This is the last time in my lifetime that the Kings have actually been kind of a decent basketball team.
Whoa!
It was
whoa, they're good now.
confirmed.
They're
This
good
year,
now.
but
I have a statement on that. I'll say it later. But
They
in
have a beam,
2002
Ryan. They have a beam.
That is true. That is true. Just let me finish. Fucking in 2002, it literally was confirmed in this documentary that game pretty much was fixed so that the LA Lakers would move on to the finals because they were a more popular team and would pull in better ratings than the Sacramento Kings. Fuck me.
yep.
Damn.
No.
I was rooting for the Kings so hard then too. You know, old Vlad, man, gosh darn it.
Chris
God.
Webber, Mike Bibby,
Dude,
Yeah.
that was the team, bro.
Doug Christie, Peja,
Yup.
man.
And then
That series
tell you
was
what-
wild.
well, yeah, and then my thing with the Kings this year is I won't believe that the Kings are a good basketball team until they are holding the Larry O'Brien trophy. Like
That's
they
big ass, Ryan.
that's
Big
what
ass.
I'm saying. They literally have to be like holding it before I will ever believe the Kings are a good basketball team again. So
So the
that's
first step is we got to make the playoffs. I think playoffs is in the Western Conference this year. It's definitely doable.
yeah. No, I see what you're saying. It could be.
Yeah.
Long season though.
And they have a beam. They have a
Have a
beam. They
beam.
light a beam that shoots into the sky after every Kings win. Come on.
Mm.
We do have a beam now. That is true.
We have a fucking
Sacramento.
beam. Kidding
We're
me?
Sac proud, bro.
It's a purple Death Star.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's just a local Sacramento thing. If you're not from here, you won't get that. But yeah,
Did you guys see the clip of the basketball player that was talking to the fans that got ejected?
Right. Ja Morant. Yeah.
Was that it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I didn't see this. No. What happened?
Yeah, this was wild. Like he was talking to one of the fans, is his super fan, a super fan of Jaws, and I forget where they were, and he was ejected for it. And then his dad goes later with the phone with Ja on FaceTime to bring it to the fan, so Ja can say, sorry for the refs or whatever. But yeah, like
I've
just
seen
crazy
it the
stuff.
other way around. Fans get ejected for talking to players, but never the other. Yeah, that's weird.
Right.
And it was just during a free throw, like right
Yeah.
after a free throw, he was just
Right.
talking to him.
Damn.
Yeah, that
wild.
goes with my officials at all levels. Can just
Yeah.
interject themselves in the game, and we see it, and it's unfortunate, but
And also to go back to Tom Cole being like a boomer and all, wanting to get paintball on.
Tommy.
Sorry, hold on. Wait. Sorry. Tommy.
Tommy.
Yeah,
Tommy.
wanting to get paintball on television, on TV. I actually saw something today that Gary V posted. It was I'm looking at it right now. The NFL's in talks with Google, trying to get the NFL ticket on YouTube, get it off of TV, onto a streaming platform. Able to
Damn.
run more ads, and just taking.
I didn't even know that.
I saw it. Call it like an hour ago before we jumped on this.
well, and isn't that
Brando?
what Prime has done this year? Essentially, is they've kind of
Yeah.
taken it away from like an ESPN or like a broadcast TV situation.
It just sucks because you have to have a Prime Video membership, and
that's
it's
only
a pain
one
in the
game
ass.
though. That's one game a week
Mhm.
versus NFL ticket. That's you have all the games.
That's all the Sunday games. So
Yeah.
yeah. No, I wonder what they do there, because I do know all the broadcast rights for each of those, like the Tuesday night or the Monday night game, the Thursday night game, and like Friday night game and stuff. Those are all like different companies who own those rights. So it's like, I don't know, maybe would have like the Monday night game is on YouTube now, and it's just like you can just go watch the live stream and like that's the Monday night game, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But shouldn't that be like a big wake up call of like if the biggest sporting league here
No,
in
that's
America
facts. That is
I
valid.
see what you're
is
saying
getting
now.
off of
Yes.
TV?
right.
Why are we still trying to get on TV?
Yeah, if the NFL with their huge broadcast revenue money is like, maybe we should go over here. Why? Yeah.
So
I see what you're saying.
my thing has always been with paintballs. It's so from an outsider's perspective, from someone, let's say, who doesn't play paintball, and if I were to flip on ESPN right now, watch a paintball match, I would have no idea what was going on. So if let's say we wanted to get it onto like a Twitch or like a YouTube live, what are some ideas, from a media's perspective, like how can maybe Go Sports shoot it better to make, make it easier to watch?
Well, I will say maybe not necessarily like from a shooting angle. One of my ideas that comes into my head really quick is how you commentate and display the game can be a huge like a huge way to show people. Like, yes, having Maddie in the booth, Maddie does an awesome job of that. But I will say, when Rich sometimes goes into his just random like podcast like tangents, not really explaining the game, like, yeah, that definitely doesn't help like people understand what's going on in the field. Then it's just more so like, oh, I know paintball, I kind of see what's going on. I think commentating does have a big level of what it can do with teaching people the game, stuff like that. I also think the angles that they've been doing where they've had the sky lift, like the scissor lift all the way up, that helps out more because it shows more of like the whole entire map. So you see, oh, this move was made here, this move was made here. Thing I talked about a lot last week, and I wonder how you think about it, Verbal, is if somehow Go Sports was able to have a free model that worked on Twitch or YouTube Live to where they could show a whole tournament from start to finish without needing to be stuck behind like a walled garden.
Right. Yeah, we need advertisers for that. And I think, I think we can definitely find that. So talking about the commentators, that's a very good point. Have you guys ever watched the international for Dota?
I have not.
Okay, so they'll have the mainstream, and then they have this beginner stream, because Dota is very complex. So they have this beginner stream that breaks down everything as you're watching it. So, I mean, Go Sports could put this out too, to show, like maybe not for every match, but like they could have a match, where they explain what's going on as it's going on. Because they have the footage, they can use the same feed that Maddie or whoever is commentating on, and they could just have someone just like the basics. But that's the thing; it is like super complicated. Like my wife still doesn't know what the heck is going on, and I've been doing this for a couple years now, and she's like, huh? And I'm like,
good things happened.
Yeah, that guy got shot a lot. Yeah, that's
so. How far out are we from getting actual barrel cams to live stream to Go Sports?
I wonder about that. I just don't know how the connection works.
Because you watch Formula One, or at least have seen aspects of it. They installed their helmet cams this year. I don't know if you've seen angles from those. That's the only sport though that I've seen be able to do such a small camera with a live feed to a broadcast.
Right.
So Evan, we talked about this in our little chats behind the scenes, guys. We talked about this over the week, and I think it's coming. I think eventually we could have a tech that is small enough, light enough that we could put it on a barrel camera or on a barrel and get footage from it. I think it's a couple more years out potentially.
I think, man, that's the one thing that's like preventing paintball from just expanding. If we were able to get a barrel cam to where you can showcase what is actually happening on the field live from a player's perspective. Yeah. Oh my God.
That would help a lot.
Okay. This one might be a little bit of a hot take. What if they completely got rid of split deck, right? To where it's like
that's not a hot take.
They go back to the 2 minutes, right? Because the thing is, right, then you have 2 minutes. At that point you can kind of maybe get like cut to like some crisper, higher quality angles from like the sidelines, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right, to where it's like of like the highlights of that exact point, stuff like that, some good angles, right? But because it's like the matches are just so fast that it's like people are watching just like, dude, why is there another team out there in blue? Like,
you guys ever watch the college paintball broadcast that they used to do on like ESPN back in the day?
I haven't.
Yeah.
Long Beach.
Long Beach. Yeah, that team was stacked.
Long Beach was good. I remember hearing about them. I never watched the live stream
that played on the Iron Man.
But the way they would break the field down to different like zones. So backline the colors. So backline would be blue, middle would be yellow, center 50s, like the 50-yard line would be red. And then Matty Marshall was commentating, and he would actually break it down. So it wasn't split deck. It had the 2 minutes in between in between points. But he would break it down like we were talking about earlier in like a super beginner way to break down paintball. And the zones definitely helped, because if you're watching it on ESPN, you're not going to know. Like if you don't know paintball, you wouldn't know what was going on. So definitely a little homework for you guys. Go back and watch college paintball on ESPN.
They did get rid of the split deck in Florida this past year. For Sunday, only for Sunday,
Right.
They did that for the first event, and then
and then just stopped afterwards.
The thing is, now there's so many teams that they don't do split deck. It's fucking.
What I assumed it was.
Not enough light in the day.
It's almost a scheduling nightmare. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, after that tournament, I remember going back and watching it. I mean, I watched the games live, but listening to Maddie commentate over it, like it definitely helped.
It does. That's a very big thing. We also need a mini map. We need little trackers on these guys, and like a way to like show which way they're shooting their lane or something. I don't know. Like that would help a lot. Like to have a little mini map with little dotted lines going out.
We need UI.
Right.
Honestly, I think we just need brighter shell paintballs.
And they did that. They had peak shell this year.
It was great.
And they took it away. Like, why?
I don't know why.
Because they didn't make them do it. Um, they wanted it as like a trial, but like the pink was great. The other shell was not bright enough.
The pink was awesome. Yeah.
We had an event recently, and they were trying out a shell, and it just wasn't bright enough. But it has to be neon. We need neon, right?
like
it
a
has
neon
to be
yellow.
super bright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, and hell,
I
when you
think-
look back at the old footage, like you could
Right.
still see lanes, and a lot of that, even though it was inferior camera technology, it was still able to be seen because it was so bright and visible that it's like, okay, like you'll see at least kind of the flash of like yellow going across the screen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. See, I think neon yellow shell, but I think we need pink paint then, because if it's just neon yellow with all the
neon
bunkers
yellow,
all yellow,
yeah.
then you lose it. But if
Yeah.
it's neon yellow shell against a contrasting color, and pink is pretty easy to see. I know Joe Barrett talks about that a lot when he's reffing at WCPPL. He's like, yeah, I can see that pink paint just fly off, and I'm like, all right, so we need neon yellow shell and
And pink fill.
and pink paint.
I would say the only thing I don't like about pink fill is it just dyes everything. So if we could make a
Let me
pink fill that doesn't permanently dye my headbands, then hell yeah,
Well,
let's
that could
do
also
it.
That's still
pink
fucking
paint could also
stained.
solve the. Yeah, it solves the cheating issue. There's no way
it
you're
does.
wiping.
That's true. Yeah.
You are not wiping that shit.
I don't know, man.
Question.
I've seen some crazy shit. I
Technical-
don't know, man.
Right.
Question for you guys:
Sure.
Is Brandon coming in as like a robot zombie for anyone else? Like,
I mean,
Am I?
his
A robot
audio's
zombie?
fine,
Zombies.
but
Okay.
his camera's a little
okay, yeah,
Wonky.
his internet's lagged out with the video.
I'm
Oh,
still getting
man.
audio. All right, so we're fine there. But
mean, the
he was
audio
trying to
sounds
show
fine.
off something, and I couldn't see it at all. But all good.
Yeah, his video's like a second behind. It's kind of funny.
Dude, we're just starting out. Verbal.
We're just starting out.
We're
We're
starting
learning.
out.
We're learning.
Yeah, not
We're
everyone's
learning
got the
as we go.
streamer set up already. What mic is that, by the way? I don't think I've ever seen that mic before.
This is a Sennheiser mic.
Oh,
It's really nice. You know, sure, SM7B is like the kind of the
it's
staple.
the competitor to
But this
that.
one picks up a lot less noise in the background, which is always,
It's like a
something that-
hypercardioid.
right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is like if you're not talking right into it, like if I'm talking back here, like you can't hear me.
Oh shit! Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
if I back up, you can't hear me. Like it cuts out. So you have to be like right on this. I don't know. I think it's a pretty good mic too. I forget the
All right,
model number.
Evan, Brandon, and Hatch. Did you guys write that down? You're
Taking
all
notes.
buying one. You're all buying one.
Taking notes.
Good luck.
Nice, man.
No, but that's the goal. Our next technical goal, we got to get Evan on a laptop, get him off the phone. That's the next goal. One of these
That's
days.
next goal. Step
Yeah.
one.
Yo, isn't that Chiefs money coming in? I thought aren't you a sponsored athlete?
The
What's-
hell,
you had an
bro.
NIL deal. I thought.
That's come on, man. That's why we're trying to get it going here. It's rocking the
Okay.
merch, dude.
Well,
Use code Evan.
a
Use
little
code.
surprise for the audience here. A brand reached out to Mafia Productions
Oh,
today.
no,
And
this is
we're-
big news.
We're not going to talk about the brand yet because I don't know if it's actually going to happen. I can tell you later on, Verbal. But
Nice,
yeah,
cool.
so brand reached out to us, and hopefully that comes through. So
Now, was it because of the podcast, or was it because you're really good at doing what you do?
I think it's a combination of things. Because
Wow.
yeah, if I say any more, I feel like it kind of gives away who it is. So yeah,
Word.
I think it'll be cool if it happens. We'll see what happens for
They
sure.
realized Ryan's talent for sure.
I don't
Yeah.
think, no.
So-
See,
I was gonna
Hatch,
make it.
you always do this. You always like
Dude,
hype
I'm
me
just
up,
saying,
and it
bro.
just-
Dude, because
I
you're my
feel
boy. I
awkward.
gotta hype my boys up, bro.
I was
I
gonna
gotta
make a
hype my
joke,
boys
but then
up,
I
bro.
thought I was like, it's gonna give it away, so I'm just gonna keep quiet.
What's the
Yeah.
I
I can't say it. I'll
Bleep
say
it
it.
out.
I
Bleep it out.
say the joke
Bleep it
because
out.
I know what
Bleep
you're
it
gonna
out.
say.
Now,
Worst
there's
case,
too much pressure. There's too much
There's gonna be
pressure
a
now.
cut.
worst case I can cut it.
Can't
Worst case I can cut it.
do it.
I need to hear it. Okay, I'm
Can't do it.
cutting it now.
Can't
But
do
just
it.
say it because I need to hear
I
it.
can't do it. Too much pressure. Too
Oh,
much
God
pressure.
damn
Can't do
Dude,
it.
you are lame. You are lame, Evan. God damn it.
He's red as hell too.
fucking lame.
Perfect. But yeah, okay. Well, all right. I guess Evan's not going to tell the joke, so we're just going to move
Nope.
on.
Nope.
My next topic on the list. This is I think we touched on it just a tad at the beginning of the show, but Brian, you're a new father. How does that feel? Papa Verbal is
Right,
for sure
right.
Papa Verbal now. Congrats, by the
Yeah.
way. But
Congratulations.
how?
Thank
Yeah,
you, guys.
that's definitely had to change life around a little bit.
Yeah, it's wild. It's awesome, and everyone tells you, you can't explain it. until you see the little guy and you know, hold him yourself. And it's true. Like all I want to do is look at him, right? Like I just want to look at him. Like I'm just like captivated. Like he just,
That's sick.
it's something. Yeah, you can't explain it until you have kids of your own. It's wild and it's awesome. And yeah, sure, I'm super tired.
I
But
was gonna ask, how's your sleep schedule right now?
yeah, yeah, it's you know, sleep for 3 and then he'll wake up. And but no, it's super great. Yeah. Oh, and is he on cue? There he is in the background. But
Oh no, we mentioned his name.
right, yeah, no, it's amazing. I'm so excited. Whatever he wants to do, you know, paintballs, esports, whatever, we'll support him.
you're
Regular
gonna
sports.
push him into the paintball direction.
I mean, hopefully he thinks it's cool enough. You know, he'll see me going out there and he'll want to come and do it himself. So
Yeah.
Okay.
No, hopefully by the time he's 18 and trying to go pro, it's, you know, maybe he's getting in the draft one day. He's getting, you know,
Oh, yeah,
he's
there
got
you
to
go.
declare eligibility or
right.
something. Like
And,
that would be
by
really
that point,
cool.
we're gonna have barrel cams live streaming. He's gonna have a barrel. He's
Yeah.
gonna
At
have a
that
barrel
point,
cam
when
on.
he's playing, we'll have like full body sensors, bro. They're like cheating won't even be a thing.
Right.
We'll actually be playing
Right.
laser tag. That's what
Yeah,
we're
literally, that's
That's something.
exactly what it would be.
well, that would be perfect, right? The gun shuts off. You know, you can't shoot anymore once you're hit, and you know, we're
Everybody's
wearing
gonna
like
have
spandex
jetpacks.
suits.
You're flying
It's
around.
Black Ops 3 now.
Fucking
Oh god.
jetpacks.
Oh,
Right.
don't
Hey,
remind
dude, I
me.
fucking love Black Ops 3, bro. Dude, I love
Hey,
that.
that's when
game.
I left the series, so let's not talk about
Game was
that.
so good.
That's
God
too much.
damn.
That's too much. We don't need jetpacks.
I
but-
agree. I agree.
Fucking, dude, it's Black Ops 3
Boots on
zombies,
ground.
bro?
Boots on
God
ground.
Damn. I was a
Man,
zombies guy, so.
I want to fly around. I want to fly around. Be sick.
I don't want to fly. Well, okay.
Evan,
You know,
didn't
that's a
wanna-
lie.
I don't
That is
even
a
want to
lie.
hear it, Evan.
That
You
is
didn't
a
want
lie.
1v1 Logan, bro. I don't even want to hear it.
So I'm making my way through my little topic list. I know Brandon, you had a couple that you were sitting on. Is there any?
Verbal,
that
he
you
has a
wanted
lot.
to-
He has a
All right.
lot.
Let's
I
go.
had a few.
Yeah, I'll let you take it away with a couple
Like
questions.
21
Uh,
questions.
Yeah. No. So I was just thinking, was there any particular like team or player or team and player, doesn't have to be on the player on the same team, that you've wanted to shoot that just you wish you shot in the past?
Well, Ollie coming back was pretty dope, right? I mean, that's
Dope.
pretty obvious.
That was
Such a badass video.
I made sure to
Really working.
maximize that. I was like, I can't believe this is happening. So that's super cool. But like before I really got into it, like Fedorov was very high on my list because you know he's just wild and pulls off
Fedorov.
crazy things. So the first time I got to shoot Fedorov was very, very exciting for me. That was like, I was like, oh my gosh,
When was
you
it?
know. So what was my first event? My first event for pro was Vegas before right as COVID hit.
Mm,
Right.
Okay.
Remember that vividly.
Yeah, you
Getting
guys were
on
at
the
that
planes.
event, right? Like,
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
seeing people with masks on the plane. I was like, oh, these guys are
What
great.
the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Right.
You got to remember because that event, COVID was popping off in China at that point.
mhm.
Right.
So people were starting to get kind of freaked out, people in the know. And then everybody on the plane saw him get all the masks, and we were just like, what is going on?
Yeah,
Fair
what the
You're
enough.
about to
fuck?
die. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I
Couple
don't
weeks
wear a
later.
mask.
I
People
had
were like,
wipes and all that stuff, you know, getting on the plane. I was like, you know,
Do you
wiping
remember
down my area.
at the
and-
event, the NXL was putting around hand sanitizer stations?
I do remember
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like,
they tried. Tommy
I
tried.
tried. Yeah, Tommy tried.
He tried to beat COVID and he couldn't do it.
Dude, low key, bro. Sometimes it feels like just the paintball in the air, low key, just combats the COVID. You know,
It
like
does.
at least at
Really
Capital Edge, bro. We're practicing, dude. There's no
yeah,
such-
dude.
like there was like no such thing as COVID back then. You know,
No.
like when we were at the field practicing during 2020, dude, you could go out there and not give a shit.
And or I feel like all of us just got it super early. So like
Yeah,
that
Mhm.
those next couple months it was
For
just
sure.
like, well, it's just us, so and we've already all had it. So yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal.
No,
feel
I
that.
just recently had my first run of COVID, my first official run of COVID. Test
Official.
positive.
Damn, you had
Yeah,
like
a couple weeks ago.
the
Yeah.
Gamma Omicron
Yeah, whoever
Delta
gave that to you sucks.
Charlie variant.
fucking Megatron,
Yeah, the
fucking
guy-
Starscream version.
That guy's right there on my screen, right there.
Scream.
Dude,
It's patient zero.
Patience,
Yeah,
yep, it's gonna be
for sure.
Brandon.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's not fun. COVID's not fun.
God. Hey, how often do you go and shoot for the Mavericks.
So yeah, I don't know. I need to put in for a media pass again. I've had a couple of media passes. I got some buddies that do stuff for them. So, I just go to games. I love being in the arena,
Mhm.
if that makes sense. Like that arena energy is just like 20,000 people.
Intoxicating.
It's
I love it.
that was
I
my
love
favorite
it.
part when I worked live events was like that just
Right.
that energy,
Right.
that buzz. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's one thing that we need in paintball, which is very hard for us to get without, screwing up the game. That's a really good point. Is
You're absolutely right.
I love the arena energy, but we don't get that in paintball. There has to be a way. We have to figure out how to do that.
We got to make it so, you know how in esports how everyone's got to wear like sound defenders and stuff.
Right.
So now we
Right.
got to make it where each team has got like a Bluetooth comm piece.
Right. They just
in,
got
and then
right.
like as a part of their mask like closes off the ears, so then they could just talk to the other 4 dudes, but they can't hear how the game comes.
with league comms that they're regulating the channels that they're on, so people aren't sneaking in from outside channels.
That is actually genius. I'd be all
Right.
for that.
Yeah, I mean that'd be awesome. That's money and time and technology, so we got to figure that out.
But if we get some sponsors, we get some ad revenue, anything's
But
possible.
we could. That's not
That's not out of the question.
right. That's possible, I believe. But yeah, so I last year I think I went to like 30 Mavs games maybe.
Damn.
Like I was just
And
you know.
Mavs, they made a pretty good playoff run last year. They were good
Yeah,
last
the
year.
Western Conference Finals, yeah. Yeah,
Good.
so fun story about that actually is so Hex from Optic hit me up and he's like, the Doc and I are going to be at the game in the Western Conference Finals, and it was the Warriors. It was game 3, I believe, and Doc's a big Warriors fan, and so Hex was like, do you think you could like get some photos of us? And I was like, okay. So I was like, I knew where their seats were. I was like, all right, I have to sit behind the Mavs bench. And the Mavs bench was fined multiple times for being crazy because they stood the whole game. So I decided early that I was just going to stand the whole game, which is fine though, because it was, the Western Conference Finals, and it was
Yeah, you're gonna
hype,
be
and
you're
I
gonna be
was like,
standing anyway.
I was like, I don't care what you say behind me. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to do it. And the guy next to me is like, yeah, I got your back. I was like, all right, let's do it. So, we stood pretty much the whole time, but it was crazy in there. And, most of the time, most people were standing. So that was super fun. And so I got them some stuff, and then we got to tour the Optic office downtown in Dallas, right next to the Mavs Arena. And that's when I met the Doc and realized that he was actually 6'8". And Dalton Schultz, the tight end for the Cowboys, was there as well. And so I'm standing next to these two guys, and I'm 6'4", and Dalton Schultz is like 6'5", 6'6", and the Doc is 6'8", and I actually felt short, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is just crazy. But so yeah, that was a pretty cool one.
That's such a badass story.
I remember listening to Hex on one of his podcasts talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
What podcast was that? Was that
It was either like his Eavesdrop podcast or the
Right.
Optic podcast, one of those two.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's that's cool. All right, yeah, he just casually hangs out with Hex, the Doc,
Verb's the man, dude.
Just
these,
sneak in
these
there.
cool high quality people.
That is so badass, dude. I'm so jealous.
You just kind of sneak in there,
Yeah.
It's
It's not clout chasing
play it
because
cool.
they asked him to be there, so he's not a clout chaser.
Yeah.
He just takes
That's
cool
true.
photos and they ask him to come.
Now he just flexes. He just flexes.
Yep, Flexopotamus, you know it.
Yeah, there you go.
God damn.
You gotta love that. Do you have anything else, Brandon?
Yeah. This one's for both of you,
Oh, okay.
Brian and Verb.
Mhm.
All right. Because you guys are on the field all day with the pro refs. You guys are seeing everything, as Verb said earlier. In slow motion, you're catching what's being missed and whatnot. You guys have a different point of view of how each ref calls a game. Do you take that into any consideration of when you're trying to get a certain shot, or at the 50-yard line on this side of the field, it's going to go down, but if ref A is reffing it, you know, they might let a player play on a little more. Therefore, you know, you're going to get a certain shot you want. You know, do you play off the refs there, just like some of the players may look at the ref or check out the ref during the point of like, all right, he's not looking, or where's he looking? There might be someone there, kind of thing.
I just try to get a clear line of sight.
Yeah.
Right. Like you got to read where they're gonna go in if they're gonna go in. So I don't have them nailed that much. Right. Like I don't know their tendencies quite to that degree. I'm sure as we go on, I will learn more as because it's the same refs and so I was thinking about this. I was like, so I caught that crazy incident in this Star Series, but like, we had a lot of pro refs there, right?
Well,
like
Ahau. I was gonna say, isn't Ahau the head ref for the pro league? Yeah.
Right. But the thing is like, yes, these are the best refs that I have seen too, right? Like, everyone, like I said, everyone's gonna miss something.
You haven't seen CPL refs. Specifically Field 2.
Field 2 refs do go hard.
That's all right. Well, we'll have to add that to the list. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like they are definitely like the most consistent that I see. So eventually, I think as I continue to do it, and it's the same refs out there, I think we will be able to pick up on that, and kind of see how it's going to break down.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I kind of agree. I think if anything, I play off players more. If I don't know, if I'm filming Dalton versus filming Yosh, same guys, but same guys on a team, but they're going to do wildly different things. And even if they go to the same bunker, how they get to that bunker is going to be wildly different. So you just, like maybe that, if anything, I'll take that into account. But yeah, I think a lot of it is just setting up to where, okay, there might be a lane shot here. There might be a good, like dive out angle here. Yeah, I mean, that's, knowing the layout helps too. Cause like, all right, I know there's going to be action if, people are going to want to get to this position, stuff like that. I think
I'd imagine shooting the layout practice helps a lot with that.
It does. And it always changes a little bit because the NXL fields are always different. The amount of sideline room you have to work with, things like that.
Slightly
helps a lot.
But yeah, like, I mean, and it's funny. I always think that too. Like my best footage always comes from Sunday. And I think some of it has to do with the way people play games on Sunday. Like everything is full fucking out. Like everyone goes hard. But also I think it's because like I've had 2 to 3 days on the layout, like that particular layout, and like you kind of start to nail in. You're like, okay, like that guy got to this spot. All right, I know, hit up this lane. He's either gonna come through it or he's gonna stop short here, and he's gonna try to start battling him. So cool. Now
do you guys walk the field too before the event? When you get to the event, do you walk the field?
I do personally.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I definitely look at it, and then like you said,
see who I'm talking to here. It's pro media.
Well, like at NXL, like at Paintball Fit, the sidelines are pretty narrow. So when I get to NXL, D side's usually pretty narrow, but snake side, there's plenty of room for activities. So like you can set up different shots that you weren't able to set up before, and then you do have to wonder where the ref will be. But yeah, there's a big difference. Like for Cup, this last one, I learned you knew no one was going to go snake off the break. If they did, they would get shot, which is a good clip too. But I mean, I mainly just camped waiting for wall action.
Yeah,
which
that was mine too.
Yeah.
No matter what side of the field I was on, it was kind of like, all right, is someone going to go up to that wall, and then are they going to get traded out, or are they going to keep moving forward?
Yeah. Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. No, and you mentioned something in that I was gonna bring up, but I'm having a podcast brain moment where I forget.
Okay. All right, I got one. All right, Verbal. What is the most memorable paintball event you've ever filmed?
Oh man, I don't know. I have recency bias.
Because I know you're gonna say Ollie.
Right.
That
yeah.
one
I mean,
crazy.
but it is. But this was like for me,
big.
that's like huge. I'm the same age as all these guys, all these dynasty guys. Like, you know, a couple of them just hit 40. I'm about to hit 40, so we're all like pretty much the same age. So
Well, you went
watching
out
these
to
guys,
dinner, celebratory dinner with them, didn't you?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I think that's
Me
3
and
years in a
Verbal
row
have
now.
yeah.
Yeah,
couple-
I made sure. I said, "Hey, Mafia, you got to come to dinner. Come on,
yeah,
dog."
that
Like,
was the first event last year, Florida, when they went to
Right.
Paris for that night. That joke, that was yeah.
right, right. I was like, "Come on!" But yeah, I think the last 3 World Cups or whatever we've, you know, I've snuck in. Like I said, I'm good at just like kind of being cool and sneaking in places. Not really sneaking in, but you know, just
Acting like you own the place, you know. talking through.
Metaphorically sneaking
Just-
in.
you know, just genuine. I guess that's kind of how I look at it. Just like, you know, but
Don't be weird.
Don't be
yeah,
weird.
don't be
yeah.
weird. Don't be weird.
Wear a suit, have enough confidence, you can
Right.
get anywhere.
Right. But
Yeah,
but like, you
true.
know, like I said, those guys are all my age. Well, you know, most of them, and you know, like the D's nuts jokes. That's my era. You know, that's,
God damn.
Yeah.
there's a lot. You got to be careful though. You don't want to get caught. You know, you can't get caught by one. Dalton will fucking catch your ass with that. So
We'll
Yep.
see.
Yeah,
We'll
you guess
see.
you haven't been listening to the podcast.
God
That's
damn.
these jacks. That's their favorite. That's their favorite joke is trying to get you set up with the you say a word and then they're gonna get you with stuff. It's funny at times because they try to do it on the podcast when it's just us, and it just creates dead air. It's like, guys, we
Yeah.
know what you're
Got
trying
got.
to do. Like
I've
that's
got
Super dead air.
we've
Evan's
all
gotten got twice.
definitely
Evan's gotten
No,
got
only once.
twice.
Only that
dude.
once.
wait.
I
only
don't
that
think
once.
so. No, you got Matt.
was
you got
twice.
by Matt the Gym Rat and AK for sure.
Yeah, so
No,
Matt the Gym
Matt the
Rat
Gym-
got him with his own joke.
Yeah,
It was
dude,
great.
you got hit with the fucking CDs, bro. You got hit with the CDs.
That was the first one. That was the
Yeah,
first one.
and then
You're getting rid of
fucking,
it.
no, then AK hit you with the eucalyptus.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did hit you with the eucalyptus. Oh my god, dude.
God damn it.
I'd be so
Yeah.
embarrassed if I was you.
I'd be so
yeah,
embarrassed.
Candace, you got to be careful with Candace. You know, Ligma is too obvious.
Everyone knows it by this point. Yeah,
Yeah.
Goblin. It's a good one.
Sagandi. You know, some simple ones.
Are you a fan of Dynasty's Dragon, or do you think they could have a better team logo?
What?
What?
Dragon these nuts?
Dragon.
Ah!
Ah!
I was like,
They,
no
they
way.
use that. They got that one a lot too. So
See,
yeah.
Ryan almost got me with that one. I was thinking about it.
Damn.
for a second.
Yeah.
So
I,
where's this
I
going?
thought that was a good one. Complete
was-
switch
That-
up of topic.
I mean, that is a great one though. That was very smooth actually. That you
Dude,
know.
we actually have a goblin call, like on our team personally. We actually use goblin as a call.
What does your
Pretty
goblin
good.
call mean? Let's tell all the
I
people.
like that actually.
Well, I
That's-
don't know if I want to, reveal the secrets.
I don't
okay,
think it'll
okay.
matter.
I don't think.
It's very
Well, no,
true. So if fuck it, dude, fuck it. This is like that's like a go fucking fuck him up call. Yo, go bunker that fool. Yo, gobble his lunch up.
Goblin that kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Go-
I mean, maybe they'll know, but at that point they're screwed anyways.
yeah, straight up, dude.
I don't know. My boys have a call. It's usually a bunker, but they have a Ray Lewis call, and it's like a forward bunker, and it's
kill him.
important, right? It's,
Kill Ray Lewis.
Well, you want to get them out of there. Like it's an important, like if they're in the Ray Lewis, like
Oh
you better
my
We
God.
gotta
fucking-
go.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
like
gotta go.
you have to handle this.
That's
like,
hilarious.
That's hella
immediately.
funny. Because it's like if you know, you know.
You named the payoff bunker the Ray Lewis, so it's like
Right. That's one I like quite
That's
a bit.
actually genius.
that's a great one.
Right.
Steal that
Also,
one.
TikTok loves your guys' gun down call, Evan. The Chiefs gun down call. TikTok's a
It is?
huge fan of that one. Yeah.
That's it's not the Chiefs, that's DMG's gun down call. But
I was
we
trying
kinda-
to save you. So that way, when you're on semi-pro and you're yelling titties, you don't just
Actually,
get 12
we have a
in the
different
back
call.
of your head.
Yeah, so
We have a different call, so
I thought that
Oh,
was the
damn.
Diamonds.
So we don't get to hear that great call anymore.
nah, you don't get to hear that.
I needed more of that. That was content, bro. That was like a couple 100,000 view video on TikTok because Evan,
Right.
his gun
Titties,
goes down and he
titties.
starts calling titties.
People are like, where? Trying to like searching the comments for the titties.
Look, see, like
Right.
I don't have OnlyFans features to flaunt and use, but I could just bait people with Evan saying titties. So yeah, that works.
anything get views if it gets views.
Yeah,
You should make up a new call for that he uses a lot more. So he's just out there yelling that the whole time, and you're just like, all right.
just call
That's
it
a
like
good
hard
idea.
R's. But it's
Yeah.
actually no. But the code is
Yeah.
actually the name hard
Oh,
R,
hard
not
R?
what you're thinking. It's literally just
Ah.
that.
Right,
So then
right.
it's like, what is that dude okay? Like, see,
There you go.
It definitely
Ideas,
gets you in
ideas.
trouble for sure.
We're brainstorming here.
Yeah.
Good ideas. Some good ideas.
Next
Fall.
Bad
level
ideas.
There's a lot of stuff for like stage content too. I just can't do it. Like, man,
don't
I
wanna
could
be Marky?
absolutely destroy. Right? Yeah, like they had the pod one recently where he gets shot 3 times in the pod and he drops it. That one like came out yesterday or today, and I was like, oh man,
Wait.
because you hear Marky in the background yelling, ref, get him out on the pod. But I was like, man, you just got to make it less obvious.
Any
gotta be-
real
you gotta be
player would
smooth.
not let a second ball hit that shit. No way.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the
Absolutely.
second you even
Yeah.
feel, woo, it's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah. What pod?
Because you absolutely feel that, right? That's not one
For
like when
sure.
you're holding it, you're like, and then you just kind
Yeah.
of
Yeeted
look
that
around, or you
pod.
just
Listen,
grab
me.
another pod or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's like I like the when it happens, you just leave the pod there. It's like Loki sitting up for a second, and then just falls off.
I think
Right.
yeah,
Like-
when it's just you just let it go.
Like, oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just let it go and let gravity do the rest.
I like the way Queasy dumps pods. I swear to God, that dude, he is trying to like score a basket. Like
He does it on purpose.
He sends those things. He chucks them.
Mhm.
What's the reason, Evan?
I don't know. I'm just
Oh.
saying. I think he does it on purpose.
I think
has
he
to.
does too, but
There's no
it's-
way you throw it that hard.
It's
and
not
do it on
subtle.
purpose.
It's yeah.
I know Nico for sure does that. Nico's for sure like that.
Get that.
We
bitch
need
outta
more
here.
of that.
I know.
Yeah,
we need just
do.
people
I love that.
yeeting pods. Like,
Agreed.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
even
that's
better when
something
they
you can
when they
do.
open up the pod, miss the whole hopper, throw it, grab another one, get half of it, and then throw with some remaining. That's
Dude,
like that's
feel like I've
viral.
definitely done that.
Viral video
Verbal,
number
I
one.
remember I saw a clip you got of Marv, and he's using like the fucking 280, bro. And dude, no joke, yo, you know which one I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
It was so good.
Oh my god, dude, he's shooting fucking 280, gets like half the pod in, throws the rest down, grabs another pod, gets half of that one in, throws the rest of the half out, and then he's back up.
Hey,
it took
two
him
halves
pods
makes a
just to
whole.
get one loader.
Yep. It made me
Oh
so
my-
happy. I
That
knew.
one was so
I was
good.
like,
Yeah.
thank you.
That's
Dude,
like
the name of
I-
the algorithm, bro.
Yeah, I had
But
one
it's-
similar
it's-
one with Harris where, yeah, same thing, like just dumps multiple ones in a row. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. Like, there we go. That's
Right.
paying my rent this
Right.
month. Like,
It's so frustrating though, because we will have like the dopest clip. Like I posted one of Ice from Diesel today, and he gets like a 3-pack, and
that was
he's
sick.
just
He gets the guy in
letting
the
Carnage
corner.
have it.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Right,
I
I
love
don't-
that clip. I saw that
Like,
one today.
I said, Ice, why are you so mad at Carnage? And he's like, they beat us in semi-pro. I was like,
Those
oh, okay.
kids.
And then so he's like letting them have it, and like it's like a super awesome clip. But like, dude, if you just spill a bunch of paint, like it goes crazy.
Gets even more views.
But the perfect reloads, that's where it's at now. Like we have
Really?
formed the
made a
algorithm
joke,
to our
yeah.
needs, because we've I've definitely posted so many spilling paint that like when people see like a perfect one, they like freak out and they're like, oh, it's so
Whoa,
He's
satisfying.
so good. Oh my god.
Yeah, like my number
Flip
one
the
YouTube
script.
short now is Chavo. Like the point was ending, and he like just nails a perfect reload, and he's like,
like
I've seen that
snapping
one.
out.
rocking back
yeah.
and forth. I was like, the secret to a perfect reload, and it's gone like crazy on YouTube, which is it
That's
makes me
awesome.
very happy.
And I
because
know
YouTube
you also
is,
had one
is the
of
best.
like you had one of Alex Frazier doing the same
Right.
thing, like getting a perfect reload. I saw that one did
Right.
pretty well on
Yeah.
TikTok or something. But
Yep,
Yeah.
Frazee hits him. Thank
no,
goodness.
yeah, he's Frazier's kind of the goat. He's kind of good at paintball. It's something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been playing paintball for long enough. I'd imagine he should be.
Right.
I would hope so.
Dude, one guy
obsession.
who's good at the fucking fast reloads, like the fast perfect ones, dude, Sergey from Russian Legion.
Bro,
That guy does it fast, and he does it like the swing around where he's like, woof, and it all
it's
goes
just
in at once.
pure
and it's
force.
so fast.
Pure force.
Right, yeah, they
Veins
can't come
go
out because he's
in.
Yeah, Sergey does it good.
There's no finesse. It's just
There's
it's
no
rough
finesse. Yeah,
and-
it's just
That guy
bad,
wrestles
yeah.
bears, and it shows. You know, It
Right.
shows
I'd
on the
imagine he
pods.
probably could wrestle bear. That fool probably could.
well, you know.
Dude, I
Mother
saw this
Russia.
picture of like Russian Legion, like they had like a paintball training school.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
these kids were like
Mhm.
at like desks and everything, and I'm like, dude,
Have
That
you
looks
seen
a little
videos of
intense.
their actual like indoor facility?
I have.
Yeah.
Isn't it
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like a
soccer
legit-
facility or something?
Yeah,
that
it's like
they
a
then use?
soccer. They use reballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucking
I've
crazy,
seen some of the
dude.
Instagram videos. I guess I don't know much about it and like the background, but I've seen it.
I mean, I've just seen it. It's like an indoor soccer facility. It's full turf, and then they set up these bunkers and they use reballs to drill with. It's pretty sick.
They're doing
I
that
wonder-
all day, 5 days a
Yeah.
week.
I mean, that's like their job, right?
So badass.
That's the way. We need more of that. We need to get it to where that's everyone that wants to
The
play his job.
standard, you know
All
what
right,
I'm saying?
Mando. That is the way.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
absolutely.
Verb, I have a question for you. Who's your favorite? Well, no bias, because I know Diesel's your boys, PB Fit's your boys. Who's your favorite team to shoot to film?
I like Heat a lot.
Entertainment wise.
Fun group.
That's because that's entertainment wise, and because it also makes me feel good because some of their guys do social media really well. So when you share and you collab, then those posts do really well.
Okay.
But they also are super entertaining. They they'll run down a lot, and yeah, that's probably my favorite one to film. Yeah, but I think it's just 'cause I love Fedorov so much.
Yeah, Fetty's hella entertaining. Fetty gets million
Right.
view reels just from
Doing the gritty after
points
he
ending.
gritty,
wins
yeah.
a point.
Right.
Yeah, like
So good.
Can't hate on that.
Honestly, dude, those comments on there when people were hating, that is so lame, bro. We just having
Agreed.
fun, bro. That guy is chasing his dream.
yeah.
Honestly.
No, I will say it was funny. I remember posting the Fetty gritty video and fucking everyone just started hating and I responded with a comment. I was like, you guys are not passing the vibe check. Like
Shout out.
so what?
Street
He lost the
Fighters,
tournament.
Brandon Di
He
Maria.
won this right now. Like fuck it. None of that
Right.
matters. So
He won the moment.
Yeah.
Shout
And
out
you- and-
Binky from Sack Street Fighters. That was him.
Shout
He was
out.
hating on it.
Oh fuck that kid then. Sack Street Fighters, goddamn. Those guys.
Those goons. Those goons.
Those. What did they even play paintball? Don't they play
Yeah.
rec? Isn't that what they do?
They play CPL. They play CPL.
And rec.
Guess who's gonna be coaching them next year? Your
Oh,
boy.
oh yeah. Are
Oh,
you
yeah.
allowed to now? Because you don't have to.
Yeah.
ref?
I'm not obligated to ref.
Nah,
so.
dude, if you're not that reffing Evan, you are lame. You are
Oh,
lame.
dude, Ryan's gonna mic me up in the pits. You're gonna be screaming at people. and
Ryan,
shit.
I want.
I'm gonna be
if you do
screaming
that,
at Hatch.
I want.
Hatch is gonna blow a
I
call.
want the
I'm gonna be
bottom
like, yo,
left
what's
where it
going
says
on
his
here?
name. I want the bottom left where it says his name is lame guy. Lame guy. That's all I want. You can fill in, dude, but I just want to say lame guy.
I
Alright,
thought I
I'll
was
do
supposed
that,
to go there to film the Field 2 reffing, but that's not.
I'll be
That's
there.
not
Yeah,
happening
I
anymore?
guess.
Let me tell you.
I'll
that's
be
not-
there.
Let me tell you, verbal. You show up, I'll do a cameo on the field. I'll ref a couple points.
He'll throw you
Guys-
a PSA or two, and then he'll
Yeah, there you
Celebrity
go.
referee.
Celebrity referee. There you
Yo,
go.
celeb shot.
Yep.
No,
Alright,
that's
perfect.
one thing I want to do is I definitely need to grab a mic to mic some people up. But man, there's gonna be a lot of beeping going on out here with some of the things that are said. So
Yeah. Well, and I am happy that YouTube now is at least a little bit better with just like cuss words. Doesn't matter as much, but Logan tried to call one of the members of our team
Oh,
a
dude.
big monkey with other words.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad words, but it was like, Logan, I
Oh,
know
what
you
now?
don't mean bad things, but the internet is going to think that you mean bad things with that. So, yeah, I had to cut that.
Being there live and like recording the interview right there. As soon as he said that, I'm like, that's cut for sure.
That's cut.
That's cut.
Gotta
Oh,
get a
fucking shit, bro.
monetization.
What's
I
the
have to-
backstory to this?
go ahead, finish this story.
Oh, it
So-
was just during the interview video when Logan was getting interviewed by Hatch. He was like, "Oh, which one of your teammates would get into a fight?" And Logan was like, "Oh, big monkey something Micah boy." And I was like, "That doesn't sound good out of context if no one knows you,
so we
Logan."
call-
Like,
yeah.
woo.
No one knows him, right? We call Micah Donkey Kong because legitimately
they
dude,
call him
that guy
Bigfoot,
will barrels
Donkey
at you, bro.
Kong. Like, he's
he is
that's-
a
Big boy.
big guy, bro. God, Micah
I like
is a
that guy.
character.
I like
Yeah.
that guy a
Oh, I
lot.
know. Yeah, I've seen some clips of Mike on your
Yeah.
profile. God,
Oh
so
yeah. Oh, and
badass, dude.
Logan, you actually have a clip of him. It was funny.
Yeah,
There was this.
Logan's the guy that got the double major.
That was not a double major. That was BS.
No, I agree completely.
He
That-
agrees
that
as
was-
well.
There was no penalty. That was some of that. So talk about bad reffing. Oh my gosh.
It
Yeah,
comes
that's the
full
worst.
circle.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
I
that
mean,
is the worst
explaining
call
it
I've
because I
ever
don't know if we
seen.
talked about it on the show
God damn.
particularly,
No,
but
dude, this is crazy.
Logan
Ever
gets-
seen though?
No, he ran down and shot
Not good.
everybody and wasn't shot. And then this one guy spins on him, and that's the clip I have. Because I was at the other end because they didn't have to come, but I was down there ready for them to send it, or maybe I just walked back on. Who knows? But yeah, he comes through, and this guy spins on him like crazy, and then the ref is like throwing penalties, and then they're starting down 3 bodies, and I was like, what? And I just couldn't figure it out. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And they're like, yeah, gross major. And I was like,
I have a theory.
Was
I have
this
a
at
theory on
WC?
what it was. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I have a theory that it's like the ref threw the penalty and accidentally started like had like a fucking brain fart and started pulling the wrong guys and was like, oh shit.
that
What
happens a
ref
lot,
does
though.
that? What ref does that?
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude.
All the time.
Honestly,
All the
bad.
time.
All the
Oh,
time.
man.
That's the problem too. Like you see that, and then there's so much confusion, and that definitely happened because man, oh god, that's the
He
worst
got
one
him
I've ever
good. He
seen.
got him
though.
like good because the guy
There's
was like full right-handed, and then Logan stabs him, and
Right.
the guy goes yink.
Right.
Did he even
Right.
hit him with that one ball? Did he like squirt it out? Okay,
No.
I didn't think so. He was way past him, right?
Only his own team shot him.
God damn it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it will blame Micah because that
For
works.
sure.
Yeah.
That's just
It
the
fits
ball
the
probably
narrative
came
of
from that
what's
way.
going on right now.
Makes sense. Makes
It
sense.
fits perfectly. But yeah, that one, oh my gosh, that was wild. I can't believe that. I was so confused. 'Cause I didn't, interject. I'm out there just filming, and I was like, and then I saw them start with 3, and I was like,
Wait, why are they starting with 3?
what? I was completely shocked. I've never seen anything like that one. That one takes the cake for sure.
Damn. You know the thing is I talk to Logan about this every once in a while, and he goes, dude, Verb told me that was bullshit, man. And if Verb says so, then it's good.
Verb
So
is
I'm
the
like,
where
end
does
all
on-
be all.
So now I can reference him to this exact moment.
Right.
God damn,
right.
man.
There
Right.
we
I
go.
mean, I don't know. He could have been shot before he came around that wedge, but I don't think he was.
The footage says
Like a-
different, so
The footage was. There's no way that guy shot him. The guy in front.
yeah.
There's no way, bro.
Well, and that's one of my
Logan was way
Evan,
past
you're-
him.
I one of the things I was going to bring up with the show is the next couple weeks of short content. I'm actually going to start doing some of kind of throwback clips to some of the favorite clips I've seen throughout the year, and I definitely for sure am going to repost that Houston Heat clip.
God.
But I'm going to make sure I tag you in that
That's-
one, Evan, so I can give
that's-
you even
Let me tell you
more
what, dude.
kind of PTSD and
Nah, man. It wasn't
That
even
was bad.
PTSD, bro. That was unbelievable. I still don't believe
Should
that.
have said
even
something at
happened.
the airport.
But no, it'll be
definitely
good.
should've
It'll
said
be
something
good
at
to
that point.
remind the paintball public of, hey, we're gonna bet on matches. Do you want to see how bad
God,
reffing
dude.
is today? Like,
The ref literally looked at every part of his body besides the elbow that we were
the left
all
elbow.
yelling.
Fucking all yelling. We're all in the pits
Like, dude.
screaming. His left elbow. His left
And you know,
elbow.
the craziest part about it is we all saw it from across the field. We're just like,
Yeah.
dude, he's hit on his fucking elbow and he's running towards the buzzer. Sure enough.
The crazier part is I had video evidence that was a
And
hit with a paintball that was
And you
shot
showed-
at him, and I showed Jason Trojan, and he told me my evidence was inconclusive.
Oh my god.
You
dude.
can literally see the paintball come and then break.
You know,
Like,
the reason why he
means he's
says
out.
inconclusive, he's like, well, the game's already over, so
he's like, well, we don't care about Sacramento
how does
DMC.
that-
So
what's
how
he
does
gonna
that
do about
work?
it?
He can't technically that's not his footage though. That's not like Go Sports official footage, so he
Right.
can't really do anything
yeah,
about it.
true. I mean, so I guess, yeah, I don't know.
But still,
I don't know
it's
if there's
shit.
like a rule standpoint or anything, but
It's like,
What
how
if
do
it
I know
was,
this is
like,
edited?
What if he
pretty
looked at it and he's like, you know
obvious
what?
in front of him, like, here is the video footage of what's going on. And then when he said that, I was like, all right, well, Instagram's gonna at least get their say on this one.
He looks at it, he's like, you know what, Ryan? God damn it, you're right.
God
Point
damn it,
goes
you're right.
DMG.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
I'm gonna
not
look up that.
happening.
I'm gonna look
I
for
know
that, clip,
that.
and I'm gonna
but-
repost that.
Yeah, that was a good clip. That was a good clip. That was a good catch.
No,
That is-
I-
I'm actually, dude,
Yeah.
that was really dope that you caught that though. That was pretty fire.
yeah, no,
Added
that's
validation
crazy
for sure.
moments. Yeah. Well, and it's funny because you don't always catch those, but I mean, yeah, it's just
No.
one of those ones that worked out like clear as day. You had the break all the way through to the hang,
Yeah.
all the way through to the ref looking and missing. So yeah,
That's
Ryan Smith, he's like walking up. He's like, "Oh shit, dude, better check my. Oh shit, better not check my
yeah.
elbow."
He told us. He told us when we were all shaking hands. He was like, "Oh yeah, I know I was hitting the elbow."
yeah. No,
Just
and
kinda waiting for
I
the
don't
ref to
blame
say
Ryan
something about
Smith. That's not his fault. It's
Which event was this one from?
This was Philly.
Philly.
Yeah,
Philly this year. Yeah.
Okay.
And crazily enough,
I
if-
have him hanging it, but I gotta look.
What's
'cause I want to say I know
insane-
you have better, but
No. What's insane is the way paintball works. Here's the story. Houston Heat was down. If that point gets reversed, if that major actually gets called the way it should be, because it was a dirty hang under a minute, so it should have been a swing. If that was swung, DMG would have been up by 2 points. DMG would have also had a better record and have moved on to Sunday. They would have got more points in standing for that Philly event, and they would have beaten Latin Saints by more than the points that they had gotten in Sunday. Literally,
divine paintball
Ryan
gods.
Smith getting away with that dirty hang in a way, I'm not going to say it did completely, but in a way helped, like, fuck, I'm thinking, can't even think of the right words now, but it helped, you know,
get relegated.
yeah, it helped you guys get to that point. So that's crazy, man. That's paintball. Like,
Yeah, it's just, you know, we had our opportunities. At the end of the day, we should have never been relegated, but that, you know,
for sure.
it's
And
been
that's why
crazy.
I, you know,
No, that is the correct
It's not
answer.
the
I'm
only
glad you
reason,
said that.
but-
I like that.
it contributed
they
to.
say that.
That's the right word.
They say, you know, you can't just look at this one moment. Well, what
Yeah.
if that one moment
It
was pretty
changed.
big?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
No,
the one I
those-
caught recently was it was a 1-0 game. The game, it was under 60 and I timed it, and so the Logan made the move, and it was should have been a major, so it would have been 23 seconds left on the clock. It would have been 2-0, and it cost the team the tournament because I was in the finals.
Mhm. That's crazy.
God damn it.
And that's and so place your bets now, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
have fun. Good luck.
I'm not gonna be that guy that places my bets. I'll be the guy on the sidelines, you know, like, yo, y'all want to do personal like $1 bets? I'll be that guy.
Right.
Hatch is gonna be beating the bookie. He's gonna become his own bookie.
Yeah, the homie hookup bookie.
The homie
I
hookup.
mean, it's way more fun that way, anyways. You know.
Yeah.
Then I lose all my goddamn money and Micah takes it all. God damn it, dude.
Oh, man.
Micah was the mastermind.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
No,
But,
no betting in paintball, man. Sports betting is bad.
what do you, Evan, you can't be saying that. Mr.
This guy.
Yes, I'm going to go home, place like a 12-leg parlay, and if it hits, that's my World Cup flight.
That's literally what he said. Word
That
for
was
word.
a
That was
quote.
almost close.
I like
that was
it.
close, dude. That was close.
Yeah.
God
But,
damn it.
but yeah,
Did you,
so
man, Colt from Paintball Fit hit a nice parlay the other day, like a nice.
I loved
little,
how
like
Did he?
I think
Yeah.
you were down there for that at Mech X Ball. Like, that's the first time I ever really talked to Cole, and instantly we started talking about sports betting, and I was like, I like you,
That's
Cole.
tight.
I'm in with you. You're cool.
he loves it. He loves it. It's fun.
Yeah.
But all right, so this is another thing. This is a positive of sports betting is like you look at like fantasy football, like you'll have players on teams that you would never watch their game,
Mhm.
but because you have that player, you're gonna watch that game, and you'll be interested. You'll be invested. So like
Yeah.
there's a
There
yes,
is-
it brings that, but
I agree. There is
man.
a small upside of it does usually create revenue. Sports betting usually is a profitable industry. I don't exactly know if it will be here, but according to history, it
Could be.
probably will be.
It could be.
And it does cause more games to mean more. So it's not just the Dynasty Heat final that means everything. Maybe for that random viewer in North Carolina, the NRG Elite game matters way more because they're an underdog, and if they win, fuck yeah, so it definitely makes more storylines at least throughout the sport.
It would just make it a little that much more interesting. Like watching some of the bottom tier teams play. If you got some money on it, then yeah, get some viewers for sure.
No, for
But
sure.
the question of who's the odds maker on this, man.
That's
Who
is that?
That's the
Like-
sketchy part, man. That is the sketchy part. I don't know.
do we have
What if
actual
Vegas-
Mafia coming in? Like,
Vegas just comes out and is like, oh,
it's some
Houston
Italian
pizza.
dude named Vinny, and we just never want to mess with him.
Caesar Sportsbook setting lines.
Big fan of Vinny. Big fan of Vinny.
Big fan of Vinny. Yeah.
Man,
Perfect.
tell you what though, yeah, that'd be a trip.
Yeah,
Pretty
guys. Brandon, did you have anything else you wanted to ask Verb, or did you kind of get through your?
He hit a lot actually. He had a couple in the beginning. Yeah. Did you growing up on the East Coast playing in the woods and everything? You said you got a mini mag. Do you still have that mini mag?
I do.
You do.
I do.
Ooh.
It's serial number 410.
Oh, what? He knows the serial number.
I don't-
Yeah,
It-
it's
impressive.
one of the original ones. It's super dope. Super
crazy.
heavy.
Super heavy.
Yeah.
It's like
Like
I
most
know-
markers back then were.
on the East Coast, it was all auto mags on the East Coast.
Right.
Then, have you ever shot an All American auto mag?
No.
Oh my god.
I have not. I have not. No.
Oh
Unfortunately
my
not.
god.
Yeah.
A guy that like Kona for the Hermans, if you guys know the Hermans, the
Right.
kids team. He has it. He has one. And there's a little switch that you could flip on, and you're getting like 450 feet, and it's ridiculous.
Oh my
It's
god.
so great. And and they used to chrono on the field before the game. After the game, they were supposed to chrono off. So just a
Hit
little
your
switch.
Flip your
Yeah,
switch
hit the
back.
switch
and
during
then-
the game.
Man.
You're long balling, hit the switch,
Heater
and then
switch.
yeah.
Right.
That is so sick.
Oh,
it's
that's
great.
dope.
I love
No.
hearing all the old stories of how markers used to have like cheats in
Like-
them, like
The magnet and the glove shit.
the magnet in the glove. Also, all the boards that
A
like Terry
magnet in the
Fong
glove?
and the Bob Long
Yeah.
text came up with, where it was like, you got to do this weird like hit the trigger twice, turn the gun off, turn the gun back on,
Right.
push the up button 4 times, hit the trigger 2 more times, and
Fucking
then
fatality.
that sets it to like be full auto for 20 seconds, and then it goes back to semi or something, like so you can get it off the break or something. Like it was so much ingenuity and engineering that went into those early day cheating markers. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, there's
That-
another one that my dad was telling me about that the All Americans used to do too, because they used to run remote lines with their auto mags.
Yep.
So they're being in their back, and after every game, it'd be another switch. They hug each other and they turn off the switch on each other, right on the tank.
That's
So
fucking
dirty.
awesome.
No
Yo,
way.
bro, good shit, man. Oh, let me turn off your
Yeah.
tank. And that's
That's
awesome.
fire. Yeah,
Hey,
I had a
if you ain't
remote line
cheating,
for
you ain't
mine
trying.
too. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I had a remote line on that bad boy too. Absolutely. I think I still
Wow.
have that too. I got like a lot of my original gear, which is super cool. So
Should break it out one of these days.
Yeah.
I
Play
did.
with it.
I did, and it was so heavy. I was like, no, I'm a little bitch. I can't use this.
Well, that was funny. I mean, speaking of, you guys will know him, but Pops Matthews, Ryan Matthews, at the field, he brought out, he had like an old die, like I think it was a 2K2 autococker, like one of the like
Yep.
nice older model ones. But dude, after like a minute of like holding it up, I was like, oh shit, like playing a 20-minute 10-man match with this would really suck. Like,
Gonna get some fucking guns on you, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, you gotta
for
start hitting the
sure.
gym, dude.
Fucking
yeah,
ripped.
no such thing as like a carbon fiber tank either. So it's like a steel
No.
wrap tank, and yeah, shit was
Only
heavy.
real men play paintball back then.
Oh yeah, that was why Iron Men did it, right? Isn't that why you guys named the team
Not
that,
the,
Brandon?
not the
Yeah,
Iron
there you go.
Boys.
Yeah.
Iron Boys.
No,
I don't know.
I'm-
You didn't watch last week's podcast, but Brandon told us the story of the die owning the name, the team Iron Man. It's kind of a fascinating story. But yeah, so if you guys didn't
Okay.
hear that episode, maybe go back to that and yeah.
Check out.
Definitely gonna check it out. Yeah, I
It's
still have my
still
first
sitting
tank
there.
too. Well, not my first, but my first air tank, 114 cubic inch tank. It's huge. I don't know. I need to
Jesus
take
Christ,
photos
a
of these
scuba
things.
tank.
With a massive rig.
Right, yeah,
a
with the
massive
Air
head, yeah.
America, like, yeah, I need to take some photos and put these somewhere so you guys, so that people can see them because
Yeah, for
this is
sure.
some wild stuff. It's, super cool stuff. I'm so
Awesome.
happy I still have it though, because most people, if you leave, your parents will just toss it. But I guess it just sat in the
Yeah.
closet, and then I went home
It was so
to
heavy they
New-
couldn't
to
move
New
it.
Mexico.
They couldn't move.
Yeah, what the hell is in this bag? But yeah, I still have a lot of my original stuff, and it's super cool.
That's tight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so badass. I
Awesome.
sold my first paintball gun
You sold
for
it?
like, yeah, I sold it for like $50. It was honestly a piece of shit. Not even gonna lie.
I mean, I still have my first, like, well, here, crap, let me grab it real quick.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I left mine at the field or threw it away or something. It was spider
Left
pilot.
it at the field.
Yeah, dude. I don't even know. It
What in the
disappeared.
mica, dude? Micah
Disappeared
is
one day,
known
dude.
for that shit.
All right.
Micah,
Yeah, so
every week there's
if
something
the
in the
dust
chat.
Yeah, your
on
guys'
this-
whole team.
If the dust, I don't know if you guys can see, but this thing is caked in a layer of dust. But this was my first ever Spider Victor.
Baby.
This thing was badass as fuck. Custom Tech T Hush Bolt in that. Yeah, that's aftermarket. That didn't come original.
Damn, what the fuck is
Spider webs coming off. Oh,
Yeah,
baby.
dude, this
I was
thing
wondering
has
what that
been-
was. I couldn't tell if that was an apparition.
Yeah,
It's a dust devil or something, you know.
yeah, it still kind of fires. Oh my god, the amount of
Does that-
dust coming off of it.
Does that
Oh,
take,
look at
does
that.
that take
But-
CO2 or is that like a?
It'll
does that take
shoot.
compressed
No,
air?
it'll shoot reg. It does a.
Okay.
It is a reg. I mean, there's no ASA, so the second you bottle it on, it turns on. But yeah,
Right.
No, cheap Spider Victor. This was how Ryan started playing paintball when he was.
Sounds
Like,
Where'd you
Like
get
shit,
that?
bro.
Did you get that out? Like,
oh,
at
you want to
Walmart?
see the barrel I got for this thing too?
Is it like a little snub nose, bro?
No,
Little,
it's worse.
chode?
It's a fucking 16-inch barrel,
Oh,
bro.
baby.
16
You
inches.
pulled out the big
That
body.
thing goes.
Dude,
Yeah.
Are those copper threads, dude? Let me use that barrel.
No,
Is that
it's,
anode?
it's spider threaded, so it's a different thread. But
What the?
yeah, dude,
That's a pretty dope
it's the
anode
long
on that,
barrel.
though.
Yeah,
I'll get an adapter. So
Man.
it'll be 17 and a half.
yeah. But it was like a custom anode barrel. But yeah, like a.
Yeah,
Right.
that's pretty fire.
Right.
Dude.
Damn,
So
dude.
that was
Yeah,
my first paintball
that's-
setup.
That's nice. I like
Yeah,
it,
dude. Ryan was out there swagging, dude.
dude. My mini mag still has a die 10-inch stainless boomy on it. Just
Okay.
that thing is so heavy. It's great.
It's like a weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh
found-
god.
I even found my original
This-
Gorilla Air tank too. Sorry, I didn't realize all this shit was
Damn.
in here. But yeah, this
And
is
with
a
the Neff?
bomb. I really hope this never gets filled up because that would probably
Oh yeah. Right.
not be well.
Hey, let's
Okay.
try it. Let's try it at the field.
Fuck no.
Now Brando's
Bring it, come on.
breaking out his OG.
dude. Nah, just sorry, just the barrel, the weight of this
Right.
barrel. Yeah,
Yes.
It's just all
Shoot it.
steel. Like
You know what that reminds
Verb,
me of?
take your barrel and shoot it. Like it. I mean, it's ball on ball. It's loud as hell, but oh my god, with the guns now, oh fucking
Right.
hell.
Right.
Dude, that kind of
Great.
reminds me. Someone gave me this for like, it's like a club, you know?
What?
Paracord grip. That's kind of what that reminded me of when you were saying it's like a weapon. I got like a pipe.
What
on
is
the end.
that?
that's
Someone
a
made it for
weapon.
me. Yeah,
That's
someone made it for me,
actual-
just in case-
it's a gangs
just
in
case-
New York.
that's an
weapon.
actual like
The
yeah.
thing is, right? I hear some activity going on. I'm like, oh shit, what's up, motherfucker? Boom! And I fucking smack him with it.
Here,
That's
I
like-
can I can let me go grab my mini mag real quick. I know where it is.
Or-
It just
All
takes
right.
me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Perfect.
Let me tell you, these motherfuckers are lucky, dude. In case any fucking Jedi walk in, bro.
In case
Fucking
these
Jedi
Jedi
walk in, dude. They're getting fucked up.
That's funny as hell.
Patch, that club that you have, that's like a fucking what was that
This is like the shit
Fuck.
that killed Dahmer, bro.
what was that show about
think
the
it's heavy,
Irish
bro.
gang? They got the Peaky Blinders. That's some Peaky
Peaky
Blinders
Blinders.
shit,
Yo,
bro.
I just
Yeah.
started watching that show. Actually, I'm on.
it's
I'm
a good ass
season
show.
2.
It's a good
Yeah,
ass
it's a
show.
good ass show.
Dude,
But,
this thing is
yeah.
like so out of weight. Like the tip of it, like this metal part is so like this thing is so heavy, bro.
If you've
Yeah,
been
you can kill somebody
listening,
with that.
if you've been listening to the audio show for this part and like been going this long, just switch over to YouTube. At this point, we've been showing a lot of very awesome things that would need to be
You see
seen
my club.
for sure. But yeah, guys, I would say we are definitely probably getting close here to the end of the show. But I mean, Verbal's gonna grab his mag. We'll probably talk about that a little bit, and yeah.
What's
so,
the time at right now?
We're almost at 2 hours, Evan.
Oh damn!
Okay.
Time flies when you're having
Dude,
fun.
Yeah,
man.
this
You know
has
what
been
I've
a
been
great
thinking?
episode. I love some of the conversation Verb's been bringing along with us. So
Dude, I've been thinking, low key, maybe I should like upgrade my gun. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should give myself a pack a punch, if you will. You know, like
Not falling for that one.
you know how like Logan has like a Project G. Maybe I should like try to find like a cool Project G. You know, it's like, dude, I've had my like Black and Steel CS2 forever, bro. Oh my god,
Yeah.
she's a tank.
just keep.
Why don't you
rocking.
just get it? You should get it like anode. Just get anode something fucking crazy.
But what if I want something new? You know, you ever think of that?
You ever think of that?
Yeah.
Get an
Something
LV2,
new.
Hatch. LV2
Dude,
should be
I'm
awesome.
not gonna lie, those shoot a little too soft for me. almost.
Nah, dude, those are fucking money.
I don't know,
LV2
dude. I
shoots
don't
so
know,
nice,
dude.
bro. Just
You know,
Yeah,
it's
they
such a
I'll take yours,
shot,
Ev.
like soft. Nice.
I don't have one.
I saw you shooting one a cup.
It was. I call it the DOS because it
The
belongs to
DOS.
Ryan DOS.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah,
All
DOS
right, so I
owns a lot
found-
of markers. So what do
Found
we
a
find
couple
here?
of
Show and tell
guns.
time.
So I found my my first. This is my first pump gun.
Oh, look at that.
What
Yeah.
the-
Oh.
With the-
Yo,
Yeah, with the
little-
that
we got the
is
red dot.
OG, dude.
with the Armson barrel. I don't know.
Dude, that looks like you would shoot like a poison
Yeah.
dart out of it.
Right.
You would, like tranquilize a lion with that.
Yeah.
That
You
thing's
had to get
badass.
the bottom line on it, right? Because you don't want the tank up there. So
It looks like a
Oh,
fucking
okay.
Star Wars like blaster.
Fucking
Almost,
Pew,
yeah,
pew, pew,
kind
pew,
of.
pew.
That's
so
awesome.
this
Okay.
was great, and this is Armson barrel. You know, the rifled ones. This is a PMI
Rifle
Tracer
paintball barrel?
Tagmaster. Yes. Yep. Armson used to rifle their barrels.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, because we didn't know better then. But you know,
Just- yeah,
little,
that's
little
not-
red dot action. You know.
God damn.
Sick. That's
Those
awesome.
are some that's scalps right there.
So that was your
Badass,
first pump
dude.
gun, or that was your first gun?
Yeah,
in
that's my
general?
first gun.
That was your first gun. Okay.
And then this is my
Look at that mini.
mini mag with a 10-inch 10-inch boomy. That's
That's
super
such
heavy.
a small barrel.
And then we probably won't be able to see it, but it's serial number 410.
I like how they had the
So
the
nice.
that
macro
clear
line
feed neck
thing.
looks so cool. The like plastic clear feed neck.
Like, dude, I'm jammed. You can see the tell if it's
It's-
jammed. You can see
It's such an odd
Right, yeah,
design,
you-
but those things were money
it.
back
God
then.
damn.
That's what made them cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
That's like
and
before I was born.
Yeah, everything was just like a little tube with
Put air through
These
it. Yeah.
paintballs.
Yeah. And now we have
Right.
like all these very complex electronic pneumatic markers, but
But they shoot gelatinous balls all the same.
I like the word drop.
again,
And now we
the
have the
word
EMAC, which is the best gun ever.
dude, the EMEC really is like
Right? Like
Dang.
kind of
Dang.
crazy. It's such a fun
bro.
paintball marker to use.
Yeah. Emacs are the shit, dude.
I will say for the mech event, I borrowed Brando's CVO, some shocker mech.
Those shoot good too.
But any of the like high quality mech guns now from these manufacturers, they're just so much fun to use because it's like
right.
it's kind of like having that Victor I just showed you, except it can shoot fast. It won't chop paint, and like it, if you have a hopper that can feed it, and it's fun. Like it's I don't know, it's different.
Yeah.
I was gonna say too, that was my first ever marker. I did get an E-Tech 4 after that, but somewhere along the way, I think that one got sold off or something. I don't fully remember, but yeah, that was my first like big boy electronic gun.
E-Tech 4.
Yeah, I shot way too much
Nah,
paint,
dude.
but I love that thing,
Dude,
and that probably
I saved
started
up
my
all
love
summer.
for poppets.
I saved up all summer for my Empire axe, bro. Goddamn.
Yes.
I had an Inver Mini.
You
That
had a
was one of my
mini?
First, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
yeah.
like,
Me
you
too.
know, I heard one person say "fuck the mini," and I was like, dude, no fucking way. Someone that I respected or in the small paintball community that I was in, right? I was like, they said "fuck that shit," and I said, dude, no way.
Damn.
So I was like, I'm spending
I'm
an
out.
extra $200 for
Right.
for the axe.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Saved up all summer.
Fuck
Dude,
yeah.
I
my
love
brother, my brother had a mini. I had a mini, and then one of my first tournaments that I ever played, we swapped parts and combined them to make one mini. That was like dope as fuck. We called it the tournament mini.
The tournament mini.
The
So
tournament
who,
mini.
so who would
That's
use the
hella
tournament
funny.
mini?
I used it at my first paintball tournament that I played. I used it.
Was it
Oh,
like
I
a-
got you. Okay.
It was
Okay.
like blue and like white with like white accents. It was pretty sick.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was
And
mine.
then I went out and got lost.
you got shit on. That's what
God
happened.
damn it, dude. Come on.
Your boy was swagging though, bro. Your boy was swaggy.
And now,
Dude, you look like you feel good.
flash forward to the most recent event he played in, and
Fuck.
still
Oh,
getting shit on.
mid-Sunday.
What?
Made Sunday.
Made Sunday.
Huh?
Are you still pro?
Mid-Sunday, right?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Damn it, Bird Smith.
Evan,
Damn
that
it.
joke is gonna
Damn it.
end someday, and you're gonna be happy.
No, damn it, Bird Smith. It's all your
Damn
fault.
it, Bird Smith.
No,
Houston
damn
Heat.
it, LVL, who couldn't have beaten the freaking semi-pro
All they had to do was
CEP.
beat the Latin Saints, man. That's all they had to do.
That is very true.
They dropped the ball, man.
Damn LVL.
You know, honestly,
damn
Evan, if DMG just played a little bit better, maybe that could have changed it. You know.
That's a valid point.
No,
That could've
no,
gone
I
out
think
then.
it's all what other teams did. I think that was the
You are
problem.
absolutely
It had
right.
nothing to do
You
with
are-
personal
what was I thinking?
responsibility
It is
or
Thank you for calling me
Reffing.
back.
Refing, Houston Heat, fucking Hurricane, fucking
LVL.
Nicole,
uh,
LVL. Come on,
yeah,
man.
But
Oh,
if
man.
you ever mention
So-
Evan once, it's not him.
So let's talk about that hurricane because, darn it, I thought I would have way more cup footage, and then I was going through and I was like, oh man, I still have a little bit left, but like having a whole extra day because I was banking on it, you know,
Lost,
because
yeah.
the baby was coming, and I was like, all right, I'll be fine. I'll make it through cup, you know, I'll be good. And then right now I'm like, I need to go shoot something.
I feel that, yeah. No, it definitely was weird to have like, oh, you know, usually have the extra day for cup, you know, you have extra time to get stuff done, and then all of a sudden like, all right, so you're gonna be sitting at home that day. Now, good luck. The tournament starts the next day
Weird.
now.
Watching scary movies.
Yeah,
I
dude,
thought it
over.
was great, right? That day felt great.
It was.
And then I was like, and then now I'm like, oh man, I wish I had the footage.
Yeah. No, it was kind of nice to have it like cut up a little bit, to have like to almost feel like there was some time during an event. Like that was cool.
Right.
But
right.
yeah.
Kind of sucked though because
definitely.
everything was shut down. It's not like you couldn't like go out and like do stuff because everything was closed, wasn't it?
I mean, we still got donuts that morning.
See,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
it
It
is.
really wasn't bad,
That's just
but
supposed
like
to come pick me up, by the way.
a paintball field, it's bad, right? We can
Yeah.
have the nets blown over, but you know,
Life wise, it wasn't like a hurricane like category 5 or something. Like it wasn't.
I wasn't
like,
even
everything was
scared. I
flooded.
was like, oh,
I'm not gonna
You
lie
know?
though, the day before when I was hearing about it, I was like, "Oh shit, dude! I'm about to experience my first Florida hurricane."
we're about to die.
I'm
Yeah,
about
I
to
was
die.
I was ready to start putting on the Urkels, dude, and start
when
pulling
they
on my
when they
pants.
shut down Orlando Airport, dude. I was not gonna lie, I was tripping a little bit. I was kind of scared. I was like, "Oh my
That-
god!"
Dude,
Yeah,
when we
that
lost
was-
AK, I was tripping. When AK
We
couldn't
lost
make it, that's when I
AK,
was
yeah.
tripping. I
When
was
he
like,
didn't
bro,
make
we
it
are
in.
low-key fucked. I was low-key getting nervous.
From
Rest-
California,
rest
dude.
in
I'm not
peace,
used
Dawson.
to crazy weather, man.
all the Florida people were chilling though. You know, they're like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah.
all right.
You're like,
You know,
Oh,
you
hurricane
just
is normal.
"Ah, it's
base,
a norm."
base it off what Florida man's feeling, and you know, you'll feel okay.
It's a
Yeah,
pretty
facts.
good like weather barometer. Is yeah, if Florida man is freaking out, then all right, you know you should
You
too.
know, yeah,
but
right.
Just
Yeah.
look at the locals. Yeah,
look
look
at the locals. So you, Evan, is that
Wait, what?
what?
Hmm?
Nothing. I don't know if you heard me on that one or not. So we're just gonna keep going. Yeah, guys. I mean, I had all my topics cleared. We had a really good and kind of successful conversation tonight. I think it went really well. I mean, Evan, Hatch. I know me and Brandon got through some stuff. Did you guys have anything you wanted to bring up in particular, or?
I just want to say, you two are some of the goats in the media game.
I agree. I think it's like you guys bring the sport to such a light that just brings so many eyes. More than Tommy, I guess, right now. But
That's
you know,
facts.
you guys are proving that we don't need ESPN, right?
Yeah.
You guys are
You're doing the Lord's work.
literally. You guys are
Proud
doing
of
Lord's
both
work.
of you.
And Verb, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan, my friend. Just want to say
I
that.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. No, it was definitely fun to have you on and kind of talk about some of the behind the scenes stuff that we've had conversations about, but letting the audience and the general public kind of hear into them a little bit. Yeah.
So
no.
Mech X Ball, it's going down.
Yeah, it's gonna go
Yes.
down. We've talked. This crew is gonna come down for one of the events. So
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Play-
we're gonna run it.
To play
Yeah,
on a
Cannot
media
wait.
team.
Come
Let's
play
go.
Mech X Ball. It is so much fun.
it really is.
It is. It is so
Last
much
year
fun.
Wait,
changed
you
my
guys-
life.
The way you guys describe it sounds like a goddamn fever dream,
It's a
bro. It
cult.
sounds
It's
insane.
you're actually
It's a cult.
It
Sounds
is.
insane.
It is. It is. But you got to come. So you got to play night ball the night before, right?
Gotta be a
Like,
full
it's a
experience.
whole. You need the whole experience because night ball, like we have these lights and there's no shadows, and if someone's wearing like a dark colored jersey, that's a problem. You're like, fuck you, that's rude. But it's just so much fun. So yeah, come play Mech X Ball. Come play some night ball. Night ball. I don't know. I'm gonna try and go tomorrow. We'll see if that happens. But
Come out to
Yeah.
Waxahachie, Texas, and check
Right.
out good old
When's,
PB Fit.
So when would be like the best time of the year to go check out Mech X Ball, like weather-wise?
well, it's Texas, so you really don't know.
There's not really
Um,
ever a great time.
But man,
That's
I don't have
actually
it pulled
true.
up, but we have so many this year.
There's
we have
gonna
like
be
almost
10,
one
I think.
a month, right? Yeah, it's
10?
almost one a month. So and dude, you get these super. I wish I had a jersey on hand, but you get a super sweet
I've got mine.
jersey
I've
I've
based
seen
on
the
that
Hydra
NBA
basketball
team.
jerseys.
Right, and they've been
Yeah.
killing
Sick.
them. Like they've been making such like
Yeah.
super cool jerseys. It's so much fun. Here we go. This is beautiful. Look at this thing.
Oh yeah, the Chicago Bulls. Yeah, that's fine.
Chicago Bulls.
My
And on the pinstripes, if you can see, it has like Hydra.
oh
That's
Oh,
sick.
Yeah.
attention to details.
I'm telling you what, man.
my last
doing
one
it.
was we're the Nets, but we had the Biggie jersey because they retired. Biggie's number is 72. Like that was super fire.
That's tight. I like the Raptors one that they did. That was pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Matt the gym rat. He was on that team. And then we stomped him down. The bullies, Chicago
We
bullies.
did bully him. Gosh
Where-
darn it, we should have won. Damn it,
Where
I
my
should be a
dogs at?
three-time
I'm sorry. I'm
repeat
sorry.
champion.
You guys left me in a 3-on-1,
Damn,
and I had to fight
three-time though?
Cooper.
I tried. I ran out of paint bullets.
Yeah.
I had no bullets.
Well, maybe if that one dude didn't run through and get a major, we would have won that game.
What? Well, I mean, details. Yeah, I should be at 3-time. I got 2 seconds in a row now. And oh well.
We got to get our boy another first. We got to bring it back.
But it's so much fun.
Listen.
Come play Mech X Ball
We're
because
calling in the California mercenaries. We're coming out. We're
please
gonna help
come.
you get that-
Please come. Have fun.
come.
It's
Hell yeah.
I cannot
that's
wait.
what it's about. Is paintball's about fun, and you can't have more fun than a Mech X Ball.
For sure. No, I
there's a
100%
train
agree.
to PB Fit. We should try to ride the train to PB Fit, dude. Imagine we make.
No,
like
we're
that.
doing the train to Chicago. Isn't that what we're doing?
Dude, there's no Chicago event.
Oh, fuck.
Well, we don't know. What is that? What is it? What's there? Do we know?
True.
So
It's technically
from
a
what
mid.
I've heard some rumors, right? I've heard the reason why they don't want to go back to Chicago is there's like a new person that's like kind of in charge of all like the venues and setting all that up, and they don't want like any kind of association with guns, right?
Makes
So they're
sense.
like, and it's like it doesn't make sense because that's Chicago, bro. Are you serious?
No.
Come on.
Well, that's
Did you go
that's-
there,
I
Hatch?
can
see-
Did you just say that, bro?
Like think
What?
about the venue when we were leaving, right? Like there was like I was like, that's a nice event over there. I was like, hey, Rye guy,
So
let's go
nice.
over here and just hang out at this
Yeah,
event. What's
we-
going
honestly,
on? Like,
Chicago
the
is
wedding.
my favorite event.
The wedding that was
I love
going on.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago's my favorite venue.
No, sorry, Evan. That's the event that you were talking about. There was like a random wedding going on next door as
Right.
we were leaving the venue, and we're like,
Oh,
what's,
really?
what's this? Yeah.
Hmm.
And then we all
Just
went
go
and
crash
stayed
it?
in Ryan's trap house in the
Nice.
basement.
Right. Where else could we go though? Like I don't know. I want to go to Kansas City. Let's just go eat barbecue.
KC, that'd be dope.
Where was
think
one that I
NXL should go
It
back to Denver.
was-
Denver or
heard?
Phoenix?
Cincinnati. I heard Cincinnati's like. I heard
Yeah.
Cincinnati is like,
Who wants
front
to go to
runner.
fucking Cincinnati?
No one.
Skyline chili, baby. Let's go.
Skyline Chili.
I
hell?
thought I was St. Louis. I heard being
The
thrown
Lou?
around.
St. Louis. I mean,
Yeah.
another
I
place
went
where we'd
to a
all
wedding
probably
there
get
recently.
mugged,
It was great.
So.
What's that?
I said another venue where we'd all maybe get mugged. So if we're
Yeah.
going
Right.
from Chicago, we need to add another danger
There's
city.
okay
in.
parts.
Another
There's
danger.
okay parts.
Yeah. Philly was kind of like that. Yeah. You going to like South Philly.
Well,
Fuck Philly.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Nashville would be okay, right?
Yo,
Dude, Nashville
I
was
was talking
fun, dude.
about that.
Nashville was fun.
On one of our first podcasts, we were talking about that. Nashville would be
Mhm.
dope.
Didn't it? Yeah, they had an event.
Their
in
weather's
Nashville,
pretty
like a while
off
ago,
and on
but,
too.
Yeah.
Their weather's
That's
pretty
true.
crazy.
That's true. That's it's hard to predict there. Yeah, I was thinking about but I would love to go to Denver because I'd love to watch everyone die from the altitude.
It's a great equalizer.
It
That's-
is. All the Colorado
really
teams are just,
sadistic.
most of them are just out there just,
Running
waxing
around.
everybody because they're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, what are you
Only
talking
ones
about?
who
The
can survive.
altitude.
Yeah. No, for
Yeah.
So
sure.
badass.
But yeah, we should. I don't know. I want to think of cool places we could go that it would be feasible to have, big paintball events. So-
It's just go back to Vegas, man. So much
I
easier.
do love Vegas.
Tom-
That
Yeah.
park is so cool. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But I get the cost, because they truck everything,
Mhm.
and the cost from Texas to that much further. Like I get it, but gosh darn it, I really enjoyed Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas is always a good time.
Yeah, and West Coast people like Vegas because it's like the only one that's kind of
Close.
close for us.
It's easy.
If,
Yeah.
dude, all the NXL events like favor the East Coast so much, and I was like, bruh, come on, give me
Yeah,
a break.
The
having
amount of
to-
money we spend in travel every year, it's fucking insane.
Yeah,
Give
would
me
be
some-
nice.
Well, and
to
that's
have
why,
one
too,
of those
though.
South Boys.
Like I will say, Tommy did say that well because they're based out of Florida, right? That's why they have the two events there. They start there and they finish there, and it just costs so much more to truck everything out. What's the cost per mile? It's like a couple bucks per
shipping,
mile
yeah,
or something.
shipping
It's a
is
lot.
insane
Like
right
it
now.
Probably
adds
even
up
more nowadays.
very quickly.
Yeah.
But man, I would love to go some Cali spots too, though. That would be dope.
for
Or
sure.
you just have-
I was gonna say you never went to the PSP Riverside Open that they had in LA.
That one was pretty nice. I played
Yeah,
that one.
that was probably the best venue
I've
think
seen
I've ever
video
been
of
to.
that venue, but
The grass is
the
like
grass. Yeah,
super
I
thin.
Yeah,
I
man.
remember
grass is
seeing
so
the
super
super
thin, but
plush, like
fluffy.
green. Yeah,
Then we trashed it, and then we were never allowed back.
Literally.
it's always how it works. Paintball destroys grass, man.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
it
remember
does.
there were even like Red Bull girls there. You know, people like they
Mhm.
hired like Red Bull and everything, and now like they fucking hate paintball. Now. I don't even
Yeah.
drink Red Bull anymore
All right.
because of
Well,
that.
yeah, guys. So I mean, we should probably be wrapping the show up. Verbal's got a kid he's got to take care too. But he so generously gave us a couple hours of his time tonight.
Thank you so
we
much for
definitely
being here, bro.
appreciate it.
Much appreciated, sir.
Appreciate it.
It was
Yeah,
dope.
I mean, did you have anything you wanted to plug before you jumped off? I mean,
Just subscribe on YouTube. It's Verbal for VERBHAL. Verbhal.
it's on your
Yep.
screen right now if
Verbhal.
you're watching on YouTube.
Yep.
Go head over to
Yep.
that channel. Give him a subscribe real quick. For us over here at Mafia Productions, got to give you guys all the same rundown of stuff. If you want to support the podcast for free, you don't feel like spending any monetary to help us out, that's totally fine. You can do that by heading over to Spotify, Apple Podcast. If you're on YouTube, just giving us a rating. A little like on YouTube helps substitute for that. But Apple Podcasts and Spotify, just leave a 5-star rating. That definitely helps us out. Also, subscribe on all 3 of those platforms. You'll get notifications when the content is ready to go and waiting for you. So helps out you or helps out us, and you get the content whenever it's ready. So perfect. Patreon, that's the next one. We actually have the right URL this time. Patreon.com/mafia_productions. We took us 20 shows. We finally got that right. So head on over there. You get access to content before it's out for the rest of the general public, including these podcasts, different, video content that comes out live, and different bonus content as well. So yeah, head on over there. You get more information about that. And then last but definitely not least is the merch website, mafiadigitalmedia.com. I do all of these at the end of the show, and I don't know why, because my brain is so done of talking that I just mess them all up. But mafiadigitalmedia.com. If you head over there, you can check out all the different new new merch designs that we have up and ready to go. And yeah, so you can get yourself kitted out in some nice stuff for the winter. We got the sweatshirts back here.
Big fan of the hoodies.
No one else's stuff on tonight, but last week we had Evan in the beanie and stuff like that. So go check
was
that out
actually
over there.
in
Amazon Basics.
And there you go, Brandon threw some stuff on there. Perfect. But yeah, so head over there, check that out. And that's all the ways that you can help out the podcast. So we appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming by tonight. It was a great podcast. This is the last podcast that will come out for the public in 2022. So
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year!
Enjoy your year. Your new one, I guess, coming up. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm trying to host, and my brain is fried. So, have a great one. Be the best you can be in this next year. All of that
Absolutely.
corny stuff. But yeah, so for the rest of the crew here, my name is Ryan Mafia Moffat. We got Stephen Hatch, Evan Fernandez, Brandon Brando Baird, and our special guest, Brian Verbal Wolfe. Thank you for coming on again tonight, Brian. But yeah, this is all the crew from the sidelines, and we will see you guys on the next one. You know what time it is, Hatch.
Bye!
There it is. See you guys.